Ah, damn it! I was hoping that would catch before.
It's okay. Explain the joke a little more, Sean, like I do. It's all good.
See, it's funny because you're not actually a racist, but no, wait, you're actually a racist.
Hi, Internet. Oh, Jesus. The whole Internet is going to murder me now. Thank you, Sean.
Not the whole Internet. There's Nazis.
Just everybody with a Tumblr account.
Only like 80% of the people with the
Right. Cool. So we missed last week, and for various reasons. But I think we are going to pick up again. I don't know what just happened.
Okay, that wasn't just me.
Yeah, I heard that too. It's like there was a hurricane.
Sorry,
You're
guys.
not supposed- Sean, you're not supposed to talk about the hooded figures or the dog part. That's what happens.
No, I was gonna say, Matt, is this one of those instances where we have to worry about the fact that the mic wasn't muted? So I applaud you.
I did not fart on my microphone, thank you.
Oh God, if that had been breaking news, I hope a weather system. Well, what is that?
Does someone have something by their microphone?
No.
I'm going to mute myself and see if that does anything. Hang on.
No, it's coming from Haley's. I can see the audio bar or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so when we left off, Peter and Ganya had been hauled off to the Huskow.
Reluctantly, but they had to do their job.
That's right. And then when Nico heard about it, he sent Vitaly off to take his girlfriend back to her husband because they're leaving the country.
Don't fuck this up, Natalie.
What could go wrong?
And she's already late to get back to the boat.
Yeah.
And she's already late to get back.
All the fun things happen when you start a riot on Christmas.
Yes.
Yes. Absolutely. It's all your fault, Matt.
I'm pretty sure this is all Matt's fault.
It is.
I'll take the blame. It's cool.
Still love you though, Matt.
You will bear this burden.
This burden of awesome that I have created for this game.
Nice. So where do you guys want to start tonight? Do you want to start with you guys in jail?
I would like to start with Neil because I may have hogged spotlight last time because of the things I did, and I want him to get some chance to do some awesome stuff.
Oh, God.
You're like, nothing.
I also really want to see it.
It's just failure.
You're the kid in the class, and I said, "Oh, I think he's got the answer." You're like, "No, don't look at me."
That's
oh,
right.
God.
Don't call on me.
It's okay, man.
You're in a safe place.
You're in a safe place until you roll the dice. All bets are off. Okay. So, you and Maria had left Nico's taxidermy shop. The beaver's eyes awkwardly, like as you guys left. Pretty sure it's accusing you of something, but you're not sure what. Or maybe that's silent mirth in its eyes. Hard to tell sometimes. The navigating the city streets takes a while, but there's no incidents. After some time, excuse me. The two of you arrive at the docks. She had originally had you take her to the apartments that her husband had been renting, but they had already left. So so she'd had you accompany her hurriedly to the docks, hoping to catch up before things got too awkward. So
Well, we had a chance to work on our story.
what's that?
But we had a chance to work on our story.
That's right. Like, why is this happening? Because yeah, she was gone all night. So as you guys arrive, what's a good name for a ship?
I always go with the constant.
With the Constant. That's it's not a bad name, the Constant. So like as you guys come to the appropriate pier, you can see the ship. The porters are already like throwing luggage aboard. You guys kind of come around the corner, and you can see Maria's husband, the Duke, and his entourage standing out on the pier. And as you approach, she like nobody spotted you guys yet, and she turns to you and she's like, I did not think that it would be we would be cutting it this close. And she kind of looks around at like the stacks of boxes and barrels and goods that are just kind of like piled in various places. And she's she's like, maybe it would be best if you if you were not seen. And like she's kind of looking nervously, in the direction of where her family is getting ready to board this ship, and you can see that that the Duke does not look happy at all. Like even from here, like just the body language of where the is my wife, and you can see like a couple of guardsmen in there in the Duke's like household uniforms. Come up and kind of give the like, haven't found her, don't know where she is. There's less than you would expect, and she confirms it when she's like, there's he has to have guards looking for me. There should be more people here.
Okay, well, I agree with her assessment that I should hit the road. All right, well, I'm glad we made it here without any trouble. I assume you can see your way the rest of the way. It's been great. Gotta run.
Nice. So it's there's quite a few people around. You haven't been spotted yet. But you can hear like people are milling around. Are you concerned about being spotted at all, or?
Oh yeah, I don't want to get spotted. I just want to drop her off and get the heck out of there and get back to Nico.
Okay, awesome. Why don't you go ahead and actually before I say anything, so when it comes to not being spotted, do you like hide behind stuff, or do you just like try and blend in with the crowd, or?
No, I just like casually like try to blend in with the crowd, like just walk away like I was never walking with her.
Okay, awesome. So that's going to be inconspicuous,
Which of course I don't have.
Inconspicuous is rooted in will.
All right.
There's some of the Duke's household, like I said, there's porters, like servants, that sort of thing. A couple of guards around.
All right.
So this is going to be versus. Sorry, dropping my pencil. The people there don't have the observation skill, so you don't have to worry about doubling your ob in this case. It's
All
just
right.
straight up versus. If if you are spotted, well, if you fail, then you are going to be noticed. If you succeed, of course, then nobody pays any attention to you.
Oh, piece of cake. I've got 5 dice. What could go wrong?
Nice. I've only got 3, so
Woo!
I got 1.
I got 1.
Oh, we're tied. We are tied. That's interesting. Okay. So the Duke's, like, his household people, they don't spot you, right? Like she leaves you, and you see her like walk down the pier. It's maybe 100 yards away, and even with the small crowd and the regular noise of the docks, when she finally shows up, like you can hear the dude just fucking start yelling at her, not in your native language. It's the language that they speak.
Nothing like getting bitched out in a language no one else can understand.
Yeah, and like he flies off the handle. Like doesn't get violent or anything, but like
Okay, good.
so there's enough people around that as you're trying to get away from the scene, like you kind of have to take your time with it. Like it's not easy to just clear out. And as you're maneuvering around, like trying to look inconspicuous, you hear a familiar voice, a female voice, saying to some random servant, "Oh, excellent! I'm not too late. I was afraid that I would miss the Duke. It's unmistakable. This is your stepmother's voice."
Oh, God.
Excellent complication. Excellent.
All right.
And as you turn around, she hasn't spotted you either. You turn around and you see her and a person that you don't recognize his face. Like you don't recognize who he is, but you definitely recognize the cut of his robes and whatnot. He's definitely another wizard. One that you don't know. He's slightly older than you,
Okay.
and he's there, kind of at your stepmother's side, as the servant that she was talking to kind of takes her and this unknown wizard, and it's like, oh, of course, madam. The Duke told us you might meet. That if we were fortunate, you would make it. Please, right this way. And like as you're kind of turned, like so that they don't see you, like they just walk like right behind you, and you can see them going to heading down the pier, waving to get the Duke's attention. What do you do?
God. I think that. Yeah, I think I will. I'm going to cast Mask make my face look like someone else and just kind of like stay in the crowd, but like a safe distance, so I can listen to what's going on.
Nice.
So I want to catch her doing something bad because I hate her.
Because she's kind of a bitch. Okay, so
Just gotta look up that spell really quick.
mask is not that
Give
section.
myself some weird spells.
Weird spells is good. I'm just impressed that you took magic whistle and managed to use it. It's too bad this edition of the game does not have my favorite, which is raised bread.
Yep.
Wow, that's a shame.
Because bread is tasty.
So everybody has to make an observation test to recognize me. Ob is
Ob is 3 up. So it's Ob 3, and then successes over the obstacle.
increase the difficulty to spot me.
Yep.
All right. Holy crap! Hold on. All right. So. Sorry, I'm just trying to look up my. Hey!
Oh.
And you get to reroll that 6 because sorcery is always open-ended.
So what do I do? Just add another.
Yep. Just add another die.
Ah!
Oh.
Hey, that's okay. So you cast the spell. You can feel like the power kind of coursing through you. Let's see. This is sustained. So while you're sustaining spells, your will is treated as one lower.
Okay.
That's just kind of how it works. What are you disguising yourself as? Just out of curiosity.
I think I would have just like picked some random person that we passed on the street a while back or something.
Okay, so just like some town folk dude.
Yep.
Just a dude. Cool. Not a problem. Yeah, you can totally do that. Go ahead and make your fort test. The spell was successful, so you know it's worked. Like it's worked, and as you can pass like some reflective surface, a lantern or something that's being packed, and you can see that it's worked. You no longer look like yourself.
That's creepy. Right on.
Wow.
Ooh, yep, no problems there.
You are feeling good.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you've gotten to log what, an Ob 3 fort test? That's going to be routine for that. Damn. And I don't. What was your sorcery skill?
4.
4. 3 on 4. That should be a challenging.
Difficult.
Difficult for.
Challenging is if it's higher than the.
That's right. I always get the two confused. It's my bad.
Ob is higher than the skill.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Yes. So you are confident that it has worked. I'm gonna hold there, and I'm gonna switch scenes. First, let me ask Nico. Were you heading straight to the Gray Tower, or?
Where was I going?
Yeah.
I was actually going as quickly as I could to where Kitty. No, not on the keyboard for the fucking time. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I was going to actually go because Father summoned me. Did he summon me to the quarters or to the tower? Because I was going to go wherever the summons was.
Oh, yeah, he summoned you home.
Then that's where I'm going to go.
Okay.
Trap.
So you're heading to the family home, which is a ways away. You've come through through the palatial grounds where like servants are toiling away, in the gardens and whatnot, or at least they would if it wasn't getting dark as you approach.
How? It would took all day to get there?
It takes a while. You're on foot. It's
Remember we decided it's out in the country a ways?
Yep.
Now there was a carriage. It's my assumption that we put Vitali and Maria in the carriage, right?
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. Does that sound right to everybody else, or am I smoking crack?
You sound like you're remembering very correctly.
Okay, so then, alright, yeah, that makes sense then. I guess I fucking run all day.
Well, it's not like, yeah, I mean...
It's not like you don't love running, Nico, come on.
I know.
Hey, that's practice time for speed test right
I was
there.
about to say.
Fucking
Isn't that what you've been working towards?
I was going to say, transportation was not quick back in the day. We didn't have cars.
Let me find where I log details on that speed test I was doing there, Chief.
Anyway, so you're right. It's not like nighttime. It's like it's getting on in the day. But like I said, as you arrive, there is a carriage, not your father's. You can see the colors of House Rabinov.
Ah, Sean. Okay. This was going to end well in the first place.
There's a couple of like coachmen.
He's fucking with my belief too a little bit, I think, Sam.
I'm doing my job.
He's fucking with everybody. That's the GM's job, yeah.
So yeah, like there's a couple of dudes like tending to it. They look bored, like they've been there for a little while.
Okay, not even giving too much of a shit.
And like as you get to the door, one of your father's servants, recognizes you. Lord Nicodemus. We half expected you to not arrive. Please come in. Your father is indisposed at the moment. He's kind of like looks meaningfully over at the carriage, and he's like, but he'll be happy to see you as soon as he can. Please come this way. I'll take you to his study.
I'll nod. Do I know this servant?
Yeah. Lucas.
Lucas, how have you been?
He's, well, your father treats us as well as always.
So not much has changed then. I'm sorry to hear
We all have our place, my lord. And
He'll just kind of sigh and rub his eyes and say, "It sounds like Father hasn't changed in that respect."
well, you know what they say. The more things change, right, my lord? At this point, you guys, the two of you, arrive in the sort of antechamber to the study, and you can hear raised voices behind the door. It's muffled. These are thick, carved oak doors.
Oh, Sean. Because, let's be honest, like, listening in on this conversation is something I would absolutely never do, even given the opportunity.
See, you're becoming such a nice... Wait, was that sarcasm?
Pretty much dripping with sarcasm. I want to know what they're talking about.
Do you?
I want to listen discreetly.
You want to listen discreetly?
Discreetly.
Okay. So if you want to listen at the door, it's going to be an OB4 perception test.
Oh, goody. Where's my book? I unfortunately think that is still a routine, which is a bummer.
You've got what, a perception of 6?
6.
Yeah.
Unless one pants.
It's going to be hard to get higher obs because you're not injured at this point. No. If you fail, then as you're listening and trying to hear what's going on, you're like the door's not quite latched.
I'm gonna stumble into the room.
Yep.
Oh, that sounds. I like. What do you think about this as another possibility? I'm listening and I'm listening and I'm listening, and then like the conversation's gonna continue into the anteroom, and they open the door, and here I am,
Just
obviously
standing there.
Well, it'd be like kneeling down, like listening.
Yours right where the door just was a second ago.
Yeah, or
Glass
even,
in hand.
or even better, Lord Ravenov trips over me and hits the ground.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
That would be hilarious, but I'm sticking with it. I have reasons.
Okay. So I'll stumble into the room if I fail. There's absolutely no way in which this can go poorly for me.
Nope.
Unless you fail, and then it shows the Great Tower, and there's Peter, and there's Ganya, and then hey, look who's getting thrown into this third cell.
And then it'll all rest on Vitali.
Or somebody has an instinct, wind startled Whitefire.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That would be harsh.
Be hysterical. And skills can help stats, right?
But you cannot fork. You cannot look into a stat test.
I'm not gonna burn. Well, let's see. Is this any of my beliefs?
What is your stat test?
It's
Perception.
OB4 on 6 dice. I don't think it furthers any of my beliefs. It doesn't deal with the arranged marriage. It doesn't deal with Peter being imprisoned. And well, I guess it does kind of deal with Peter being imprisoned, but it's kind of off on another story element. And then it doesn't have to do with old Silas. I'm just going to roll it without Arta.
Okay.
Oh, I believe in you. You got this.
Well, that's 3. Damn it.
And none of those are 6s, are they?
No, none of them are.
Are you sure you don't have a gray shade perception? That would have helped.
Yeah, that really would have, but... oh, dice!
So... so like it's muffled like you're trying to get a better shot at getting your ear close enough, and then like you the voices kind of come into focus, like they're so muffled but just enough, and you can hear a voice you assume that it's Brannick's. Say, damn it, Cornelius! This you're as tied into this as I am. You owe it to me to continue to continue honoring these loans. And then a female voice, saying the headmaster will of course reward you for your continued patronage. And then you realize why the voices started getting clearer as you feel the unmistakable click and like the whole door like kind of easing forward, and like you catch yourself just as it swings open to see three heads like turn towards you. Your father's, of course, Lord Brannick Rabinov, is of course there.
Oh yeah, and it has to be Valise too.
Nope. Next to him, a young woman in House Rabinov livery. It's
his court sorceress.
Sorceress.
Yeah. Wasn't that Valise? That's his daughter.
No, his daughter is Valise. It was another graduate that he hired on.
I came as soon as I was ordered, Father. as I'll like stand up, dust my hands off.
And they the three of them are just kind of like staring at you. Your father, like, his eyes narrow. He looks unhappy about this situation, and kind of is like, Nicodemus, would you please, my lord, and he turns to Rabinov. I have matters to speak of with my son. And he says, well, given the situation with your other son, I imagine that you do. Think on what we've said, Lord Boyer, and Rabinov, starts walking out. The girl catches your eye as she comes back and kind of gives you the look up and down, and is like, now I see what Olena says is true.
Who's Olena?
That is the girl that you had circled up.
Oh, Alina?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Alina's the court sorceress now?
Alana. No, what's her? Alina, yeah. A-L-E-N-A, Alina.
Yeah, no, it's not the court. The person he had circled up is not this woman, but they clearly know each other. But yeah, she like, kind of gives you the nod as they as she rushes to kind of catch up with Rabinov, who does not look happy about this conversation.
I will kind of follow them to the door and say, I bid you good evening. And then I'll gently shut the door and turn around and face my probably pissed off dad.
Yeah, and like he takes a second to collect himself. Takes a a drink of wine from a glass. How much did you hear?
He'll shrug.
It doesn't matter. We need to discuss your brother.
It's a sensitive topic from what I understand. Tell me what you know.
What I know is that your brother incited a riot that put the lord of this city and his friends in direct danger, rightly or wrong. Like he heads off that, any accusations, rightly or wrongly so. But it still stands.
What was the riot about?
What was the riot about? You'll have to ask him.
Because I don't know about you, but I was there, and all of a sudden, people just started trying to kill each other.
I was not in attendance, so I've got only what these idiots that I pay to work for me have told me, which some of them say there were demons in the square, and others simply say that the peasants revolted against the nobles. I've heard tales of Ravani agents after the situation with the Duke, which I'm sure you're also familiar with.
You mean Duke? The starts with a V. Foreign dignitary.
Vitelli.
That's the name. Yes, the gentleman who was not too happy to see me at the hearing.
No, after his sister was sentenced to death and summarily executed. No, I don't believe he was.
I'll put up my hands and say I have no sympathy for his anger in this, Father. His sister came here. She broke our laws. She killed women and children. I have no tolerance for that type of activity, regardless of where they're from. She's subject to our laws. I was hired and under contract to perform a service, as I have for a number of years in the past. This was no different than any other job I performed for any other employer. This employer just happened to be the Church of the Triad.
Nicodemus, I didn't ask you here to have an argument with you.
I'm not here to argue. I'm here to speak with you about getting my brother, your eldest son, out of jail. And I'm trying to gather details. It sounds like the servants here know something, or I guess who are the people that you hired?
Several of the staff was at the festival, like I give them leave to every year. Regardless of how silly the whole thing is.
You say silly, but to them it's very important. Whether they're faithful or not, it's time to... I'm not going to bother going into it. If you want, I can try and talk to them and see if I can get more information out of them than they gave to you. Maybe they're nervous around you because you're the Lord of the Manor. There could be any number of reasons why they either... My guess is it slipped their mind and they didn't tell you. It wasn't a withholding information type thing, Father. but there may be other details I can harvest that will lend more color and shape to the events that happened yesterday. I'm willing to do that to try and get my brother out of prison, but I don't know what or jail, if he's even been charged with anything. I don't know the lay of the land.
Been charged with treason.
With what?
That's why I brought you here.
Well, capital offense. That's
Not
marvelous.
all.
I'm gonna burn up a new character now.
Right there with you, buddy.
Have you been served a writ with the details of the charges?
I just spoke with the Lord of the city, the man whose signature was on the documents.
May I see the documents?
He could grab some off of his desk and kind of doesn't throw them in your face, but just kind of like tosses them at you.
Okay, I'll catch them, sort them, and
Yeah, it's exactly what he says it is. It's a writ. It names your brother Peter Ganya Volkov and a handful of other people. The Miller, some just a handful of commoners, who are the largest voices, as having assaulted the Lord of the city and those under his protection, completely unprovoked, and as such have been officially declared insurrectionists, basically, guilty of high treason.
It's not even mild treason.
No.
Light treason?
Light treason.
I may have committed some light treason.
Third degree.
I was gonna say it's not like you sold real estate to Saddam Hussein. It's
Yeah.
and like he grabs his goblet and like sits down in an overstuffed chair. It's like, Nicodemus, I didn't bring you here to talk about getting your brother out.
What?
I brought you here to talk about the future of this family.
Whoa. What do you mean we're not here to discuss getting Peter out? And defending him against these wrongful charges.
Son, Peter made his choices. He made his decisions. I don't know what happened. You were there, and you don't know what happened.
Is it common knowledge, Sean, that faith only works on the faithful? I've seen it. I've seen his faith heal wounds.
You have seen his faith heal wounds. I mean, it's one thing if you're there. To the non-faithful, like, people are, they treat it skeptically, right? Like it's just stories. Those things are always blown out of proportion. You've seen it happen. With how you choose to interpret that is kind of up to you. Of course, the faithful, stand by their miracles, no matter what. But
So you've seen me perform miracles. I just have. I've told you I can never perform them on you. Like, so yeah, you saw me heal wounds. You saw me restore that girl's body.
yeah, you've seen on TV people walk when they go to the faith healer, right? Pretty much the same thing, or it could be.
Except I was there.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, you know, that's kind of the thing. Uh, but yeah, your father's like, I, we don't know what happened. All we have is the most legal of documents condemning him. And if there's one thing that I can say that you and I have always had in common, Nicodemus, it's that we are both realists. I mourn for your brother.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. I honestly cannot believe what I'm hearing from you. That you're just going to throw him to the wolves. You're just going to let them hang him because the Duke of the town claims it was treason. I think we have a legitimate chance of defending him in court because nobody knows what the hell happened. And a man is innocent until proven guilty in the state of Olengrav.
We don't have the time or resources to go on a crusade for your brother.
I'm smelling something here. I smell something funny.
Really? But you have the time and resources to send a carriage for me to pick me up at my independent shop that I keep on my own dime to bring me out here to have this discussion. That you have money for. I ran all the way here.
Are you going to listen to what I have to say, or are you just going to argue with me?
Say what you have to say then.
What I want to say, Nicodemus, is that I need you home. Your family needs you home. I can't do this by myself. I had the blessings of Lord Rabinov, and that took some weight off of my shoulders. But you can see how that turned out. And now I have him and his pet sorcerers breathing down my neck for money that, in my ignorance, I had thought that we could use to make a sound investment, and which was turning a sound investment until your brother got it in his head to apparently try to have Lord Rabinov and my investment all murdered in the town square in the middle of high holiday. So I need somebody that I can trust, and you are the closest thing to that.
I mean, I love you, son. I'm a cock up this father thing.
So what is it you would need from me?
I want you to come home and take your rightful place as heir to the Boyar line. I need you to be my right hand.
You're going to have to be a little more specific than that. What are the responsibilities? What are the role? What's the time frame? That part being obvious. I'm looking at this like any other contract I would enter into, Father. That's way. No, don't take offense to this. I'm looking at this as a man who's been out in the world and had to fend for himself. You are my father, and you told me when I was 8 years old, and you showed me that day on the field when Peter was first learning to use the sword with the tutor you hired for him, when he was a page. You said, look at him. He is strong. He is the will of the Boyer family. And he is going to have to make hard choices someday, and he is going to have to ask the right questions to make sure that he and the rest of his family are not taken advantage of. Those were your words, Father. I'm doing no different than that. I know you need me home. I know that. But I need my brother. I don't share his faith. I don't share his desire for some crusade. But I know that Peter was there for me when I came back to Olengrav and no one was. Ganya, I owe Ganya a debt. And I cannot let them burn. I need to know what you expect of me if I am to take on this responsibility.
I expect of you the things that are expected of an eldest son. You will take a wife. You will learn family trade.
And what is it our family does?
Merchants. It's import, export, that sort of thing. Foreign goods.
Ah, so my smuggler life path will come in handy.
You already were learning the family trade. You didn't even know it.
Right.
Tariffs? What are those?
That's right. You will, of course, give up whatever that awful, smelly place is and return to the family home.
I'll have you know that's the most famous beaver mount in all of Olengrav.
And anyone would know famous beavers in Olengrav. I'm sure it would be. Never mind.
It's funny.
But you have to understand that this is not your brother's fate is not a matter of trial or legal precedent. The word of the city's lord goes beyond any of that.
Then
Your brother is already dead.
He's not already dead to me.
He has to be, Nicodemus. We have problems that we need to deal with here.
And what problems are those? What problems are those? You've talked about some money. You've talked about, I overheard the, I'm not going to pay your loans anymore. This sounds like a great idea, personally. But Lycaeum is corrupt and they're murdering children. And they're putting demons inside of them. I've helped my brother kill not one, but 2 of these things. It was not a hallucination.
3.
Maybe 3.
Quite possibly.
Yeah, because you and I, Nico, killed the one in the Tanner's
The cave, the Tanner shed, and
the grave,
The
the
miller's
grave,
house.
the little boy in the Tanner shed.
yeah, so those 3.
Yeah. I don't disagree with you. But I don't have time to argue this. If you know what sorts of things they do, what powers they're dealing with, do you think that they're going to leave us alone, this house? I'm coming to you because I need somebody who can help defend it.
You honestly think they're going to attack us and take our things away?
Yes.
You're that worried? Whew.
You know how you feel about your brother? This is the same way that Lord Rabinov feels about his. This, and he like looks around. This does not leave this room. If it does, I will leave you to your fate. I swear to every god that anybody has ever believed in.
I don't think I want to know that, then. Whatever you want.
Well, you're going to. The way you feel about your brother is the way that Lord Brannock feels about his. And his brother is the man running the Like Hail.
Okay.
So do you think that we are going to have any protection should an entire school full of sorcerers who you've seen what sorts of powers they can wield turns their might against us, against your family, against the people that you grew up with, regardless of what you think of me, they are not going to stop at just me. They're going to come after me, they're going to go after your brother, and they are going to go after you.
They've already come after me. And let me tell you this, Father. They die like anyone else. They die like anyone else.
Fine then, Nicodemus. If you're not going to do what's best for your family, then fine. You're welcome to kill them all, for all I care. I'll hire somebody to just go. If you're not going to do what needs to be done, then go and do whatever foolish thing with whatever foolish woman or servant or peasant you want.
See, I was here to have a conversation and discuss ideas and banty ideas back and forth, but no, you say, I want to offer you something, and then you don't make it even a discussion.
It's not a discussion.
I want you to do
a discussion, Nicodemus. You are my son. I am your father. You do what I say when I say it.
You guys are the best father-son team ever. You guys are role-playing it so well. Oh, that's awesome.
Just wait, I'm going to light the powder keg now, because I have a trait that is loner. I'm going to say, I understand that you're still really upset that, life didn't go according to your plan. That Peter joined the clergy, that I ran off to do what I did and am doing now. And I'm not even going to talk about Mom, but I'm just going to set that there and say that, Mom is a brick on this pile of issues that we have to sort out as a family. I have made choices and built a life for myself outside of this family. Now, I came here because I'm concerned about my family. I'm concerned about my brother, and when I get panicked servants banging on the door to my establishment, my home, ultimately, when you asked me to come here, I ended up coming. And I wanted to have a discussion with you as a man to a man. I understand and realize that, yes, you're my father. And we haven't had the greatest relationship. I'm trying to talk about saving my older brother, and you've written him off. You've assumed that he is dead. You're worried about all of these various things, and you don't set them out in any organized order. You're trying to intimidate me into making the choice that you want me to make that is not perhaps in my best interest. So right now, you are asking me to do something that is in direct contradiction to the ideals you brought up both Peter and I to respect. And I have problems with that.
Oh, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do have problems with that, Nicodemus. You've always had problems with that. You say you wanted to come here and discuss things like a man. Men do not shirk their duties and run away. You are a coward, Nicodemus. You have always been a coward. And if you intend to continue your cowardice, you're welcome to it. But you're not welcome to the last name you were born with. Your brother gave up his. I see you're following in his footsteps. I don't think we have any more to discuss until you are ready to stop your childish attempt at rebellion and do what needs to be done.
So you've gone to an ultimatum, and that I'm not comfortable with. So let's go back to one of your earlier points. In the list of responsibilities, you mentioned taking a wife. Is this wife already selected, or do I have a say in that?
What? Now you want to discuss it? Now that
I'm still having the discussion. I'm still having this discussion with you.
he backhands you.
I want to get out of the way. I would love to use brawling to flat out block it.
Okay.
Actually, I have boxing. And a B1! Yes. Yes.
He doesn't.
Box.
He doesn't have brawling. He has power.
He has raw power.
Yep.
Oh, me and my one die!
That's okay. He got one success.
Hey, oh, okay, so we got one. So I'm 1 on a 1. Is that a difficult 2?
Yes.
It is. That's hot.
It's either difficult. No, 1 on a 1 I think is actually still.
It's either. It's routine or difficult.
Is it?
And I fail, so he hits me in the face. I get the difficult. My boxing goes to a 2.
Yeah. He yeah, he fucking shuts you up with a backhand. And then you know, calls out he calls out for a couple of his guards. You know, who come in at the sound of raised voices and commands, and he's, you know, it's like, we're done here. Please escort him outside.
As soon as the guards are in, my hands are up in the air.
Whoa, bro! Didn't do anything. Didn't touch him.
My hands are up in the air. I'm like, I look back and I assume I recognize the guards. They've been family guards for a while.
One of them's an older guy. You recognize him, but you don't like. He's I don't have a name for him.
I'll just turn around and say, no.
Haven't seen before.
It's all right. It's all right. There's nothing. As I've got like a huge ass fucking punch on my cheek. No, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Big old, like red.
And the mark from the signet ring, the family ring.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The big old B. I got bitch slapped. I got Boyer slapped.
Boyer slapped.
I'll just put my hands up and say, no, that's all right. He doesn't want to talk. He doesn't want to talk to me right now. That's fine. That's fine. I'll happily. You don't have to bind me. None of that. We can walk out. I'll turn and say, I understand you're upset. We can continue this conversation another time, Father.
He picks up his wine glass off of the desk, like checks off his hand. He totally ignores you. Looks at his guards and is like, if he's seen on the grounds, release the dogs.
Well, that answers that. I'll literally say, well, that answers that. And I'll turn around and just walk out.
Nice.
So that went well.
That went about as well as possible.
That's gonna make things awkward for me. All right.
Our dad's a dick.
Very selfish.
He's only got the good of the family in mind.
Uh-huh.
Way to be Tywin Lannister's son.
What can I say?
Uh,
I want to have a conversation with him. He's being a douche tool. I can't work with this.
So, meanwhile, back at the Great Tower.
Yeah.
Which is where I'm heading, by the way.
Well, that'll be great. Could I start? Do they allow us visitors, Sean?
Actually, so you guys have been in there, like you've been put in earlier. As
How long have we been in there?
you've been in there a while. Like this is all kind of happening concurrently. Hours, quite a few hours. Like you were.
Not days or weeks yet, though.
No.
Okay. I didn't know if one of my practice instincts should kick in or not. Okay.
Since you guys had gone peaceably, like they'd taken the time to get you over there, like get you processed, take your belongings, and put you in cells. Sometime late in the day, one of the guards comes in. Sir Boyer, Lady Ganya, you have a visitor waiting.
Oh.
Are we in the same cell or next door?
You guys are kind of not exactly across from each other, but like on opposite sides of a
And then maybe
hallway.
down one.
Yeah.
So if I worked, I could kind of, maybe not see her, but I could talk to her.
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't really, he out of courtesy, he's like, do you wish to wish me to let her in?
Who?
It's your sister, the lady.
Yes. Peter, do you have any problems?
Not at all.
Please do.
So he leaves, and a short time later, you hear the lock on the main door turn, and your sister comes in. There's another guard there. At a respectful distance, but clearly there to make sure that
She doesn't try to get us out of there, yeah.
yeah, the crazy wizard lady doesn't start like using magic to tear open doors. And she immediately goes to Ganya's cell, and Ganya, are you safe? Are you all right?
I'm fine. Just trying to process exactly what's happened over the last couple of weeks. Give me some good time to do so. What is the word home?
The word at home at the church
Yes.
is, well, not wonderful. His lordship, the canon, I am afraid he's not making the most reasonable decisions.
What has he done?
What he's done is nothing. He's pulled all of the Molotov Knights back to the temple. He's closed the doors to anyone who isn't who isn't a regular petitioner at the church.
Her name's Arena, right?
Arena, yeah.
Arena, were you at the festivities?
I was not. I was doing research.
But I'm sure you have heard what has happened.
I did hear.
I kind of pause a little bit before I say this because I know how it's affecting Gandhi, but I say, the corruptive influence and source of their magics was revealed to the faithful by the Triad. And when the thing that disturbs me most is when the riot broke out, I tried to, if not fully contain, at least focus the peasants' aggression only upon those who have been corrupted. However, the cannon pulled his men out and the other Molotov out and did nothing to help protect any innocent in the area.
I know.
Which brings me to another thing, Ganya. Do you wish to speak about this in front of your sister?
My sister I don't have a problem with, but, no offense, sir, but I think it's more of a family matter.
Does she say that to the guard?
Yes.
What?
I look down at the guard. Can I say, because I have the overly familiar trait, that I've gotten to know this guy's name because he's been here for the last couple hours with us?
Sure.
I call him over by his name.
Yeah, and he
I say, I know this is unconventional, and I feel bad for having to ask. But would we be able to have a moment of privacy? I give you my word as a knight of the Triad that we will not attempt to escape. Please.
He's like,
We just want to have a conversation without others interfering.
okay. You'll need to make a persuasion test.
Okay. I will gladly roll a persuasion test.
Haley, you're of course welcome to help. You're there.
Oh, I'm helping.
Okay.
If you fail, he'll stick by his orders, of course, and just be like, anything you say that you have to say has to be, I have to be here for. I can't take any chances. By the way, you guys haven't officially been given your
Charges.
Your charges yet.
Can I lobby, since we came in peacefully, can I lobby for an advantage die with this guy?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure, I'll give you
What is my ob?
3.
And you have my dice. Does Arena help at all? Not that she needs to.
No, she's not. She's like, what do you like? She's just.
So since you said that, Sean, that actually gives me an idea. So like, I see him like on the fence, and I try to just give him a warm smile, and I say, we haven't been officially given our charges yet. Perhaps if you could bring those to us, so no one could accuse you of not doing your job correctly, or no one could accuse the watch of not doing their job correctly. Basically, I'm trying to, as part of my persuasion, I'm trying to give him a fictional kind of, there haven't been charges.
Like, that's a good point. Yeah, okay. Yeah, if you succeed, he'll be like, yeah, I'll.
Did you not see my dice?
No, I didn't.
I had 3, but I'll roll again if you want.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It's not like I can't go back and see if you're lying later
On the YouTubes.
on the YouTubes. Also, don't forget Gagne gets to log an OB3 test for that as well.
That's a
so,
routine.
so he's so like of course I should probably check in on whether or not his lordship Ravenov has sent has sent the paperwork to us yet. Of course, I'll trust you to keep things civil up here. I'll be back soon.
Of course. Thank you, Mr. whatever his name is.
Yeah, he walks out and you hear it close.
As soon as he leaves, I say, Gagne, do you wish to tell her, or should I?
Elena, what do you remember of our life with our parents? What do you remember before the sorcery?
She says very little. I remember. I remember them raising us. We were just girls when they were taken. I remember them being gone often. Where they went, I don't know.
Yes, my memories are fuzzy as well. But apparently we're not too far from removed of what's been going on in our city as of late.
It is... Oh, go ahead.
She says, "Do you think that our parents' execution has something to do with what's going on now?"
All I know is when the miracle happened, when the Triad stepped in and revealed the corrupted, my aura wasn't black and deep as the other corrupted, but there were flashes of darkness.
My theory on this is that since we know the magic comes down through family lines, that your parents did a similar ritual to those that the students have been doing to gain magic for themselves, and it passed to you, and the corruption is lessened, but there is still a seed of the darkness there.
She sits there and gapes like a fish.
And clearly we know it is not. Clearly we know it has not corrupted you. You are not bad people, but the darkness is still there, and who knows what could happen.
But what if our parents weren't part of the ritual? What if they were somehow really outwardly involved? I mean, we don't know how this works.
We don't know fully how it works, but we do know that to get the power, you have to at least eat part of the heart and liver.
I don't know what kind of heresy our parents were executed for, but surely, like, are you accusing our
I am not accusing you of anything, Arena.
I'm asking what you remember. Do you ever remember the Sokala? I mean, do you remember his face from our past? Do you remember anyone? Any strange figure?
She says, were several people coming and going, but I don't remember anyone in particular. It was so long ago, and as she like she stops for a second and kind of, did you hear that?
I don't know, did I?
That's a good question. I get wait for
Yeah.
come back.
God, he just ran out on me. In my time of need.
Ran away. He just ran.
He is a boyer.
That's right.
Yeah.
Running away. Like,
Love you, Matt.
Peter Boyer runs from no man.
But apparently a cell full of women.
Too many women's. I can't take it.
you like when she says when she stops, she's like kind of turns and looks at the door, and you think you might hear something, but you can't exactly make it out. Why don't you guys, both of you, perception tests, ob 4. If you succeed, then you're gonna hear
What she's talking about.
Yeah, you're getting an idea of what's going on. If you fail, then well you'll find out what it is, but it will certainly be much too late.
Ominous.
It is certainly much too late for myself.
Alright, come on, Daystream. I am maybe going to do something. I'll risk it. Roll. And I got 2 successes.
2 successes. So the two of you, like, you know, she's kind of like, heard something, and then, y'all stop and listen for a second, and whatever it is,
Whatever it is gone now, Arena. Listen, and like he'll just go on because he didn't hear anything. He'll be like, "Listen, I know the Triad. He will heed my call. If you wish to be, it's like I said, it's only a seed of darkness. But if you wish, I can pray with you, and I can at least purge that darkness."
Yeah, and that's when the guard comes staggering back into the room with 2 flappy winged demon thingies, like tearing at his flesh and face.
Oh shit! Okay, I immediately start praying. I have oh god.
Yeah.
Are my hands tied?
No, your hands aren't. Oh wait, you're a wizard. You know what? But you
We were peaceful though.
were peaceful.
But are they stupid?
They are. They just didn't think you were a threat, and the official, the order had come for you to be arrested. The charges had not been brought down. You guys don't know that you're basically already condemned for treason. So no, because you guys were not posing a threat. They didn't bother to bind you.
Okay. Well then, it's time for shardy shards.
Oh, that's good, because these things they finish off that guardsman pretty quick, and the only other person in the hallway where they are is your sister.
Yeah, that shit's going. So,
So
Are these the imp things, or are they bigger?
they are bigger, slightly bigger.
Are they just bigger imps? Are they like the same looking things, or are they something different we haven't seen before?
They're the same looking things, but bigger. Uh, like definitely the greater version of them.
Okay, well, I have
A
an
greater
instinct
imp. Okay.
about casting shards.
You have an instinct about it.
Well, it says when attacked, but, my sister's kind of part of me. Imps are in the room. I'm going to be attacked.
Yeah, I think you can definitely. It's like a one action spell anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. Peter, what are you gonna do?
I have two thoughts, but I think what I am going to do is I am going to. There's two of them.
Yes.
All right. I am the Sword of Flaming Justice, so I will scream out, Sister of the Triad. Your chosen are under attack. Allow me to give me your sorrow, sister's sorrow, and allow me to defend your chosen and slay these demons. AKA, I'm trying to see if I can summon my sword with a prayer.
You want to summon your sword with a prayer?
Yeah.
And you're going to use it through the cell?
Yes, I can do that because it's super VA.
Okay, cool.
I'll think of something else. I'm assuming by then you'll shard your way out of the cell and we'll be good.
Okay.
Unless Sean wants to add more to my prayer, but that's up to my faith if it succeeds, but that's up to him.
I need to look up big.
A sword that is specifically named after the sister and has been marked as holy touched by the Triad already, because I prayed to make it a spirit blade.
I'm trying to decide if this should be a minor miracle or something else.
It is entirely up to you, sir.
I can't decide if this is going to be a minor miracle or intercession. It's not really an intercession. Yeah, minor miracle, up 5. If you succeed, you're
I got a sword.
The gods will deliver the sword to you. So go ahead, both of you.
Failure condition.
If you fail, if you fail, then you're going to be completely unarmed when they come to rip the doors open.
Gotcha.
So, is my sister casting anything?
She races up her hands to cast a spell, but there's kind of an imp in her face. None of you guys were really expecting it, and they closed in on her.
Damn it! Only 3 successes. I mean, I only need
her shards kicks in first because it's an instinct. My prayer isn't an instinct. Unless this counts as never turn away from those in need, but I doubt it.
So you got 3 shards.
Yeah, so 1 up the.
Okay, so you get a +1 +1 to your die of fate.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the die of fate and add 1 to it.
Just 1d6, right?
Yeah.
Oh, booyah! 5 plus 1 is 6.
Nice. And shards does what? Half will.
+2.
Yes.
And it's VA
And
like
VA
3 or
three.
something.
Half will plus 2 VA3. So what's you got for your will?
My will is 6.
So 5.
5. So it does a B7.
Yep.
Helps if I look in the right.
Fortunately, the guard might get caught in that, but he's kind of already
he's dead.
dying anyway.
Oh, he's dead already.
Yeah. VA3.
VA3.
Yeah, no, they it tears them up. These things are both down.
They're both down already?
No, no, they're. I was sorry talking to myself.
Okay. I mean, I know I'm good, but...
Yeah, they scream for a second as like chunks of rock and whatnot like tear from the walls and tear into their flesh. And as they stop and kind of try and recover from their wounds, your sister has a chance to duck past them while they hesitate. So, Matt, what'd you get?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Of all the successes. Yeah, so...
Because it already is open-ended as faith, right?
yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
It is.
It is. So you you finish praying.
Hang on, real quick. I'm going to spend a fate on that for the sole purpose of putting that towards my...
Putting that towards Gray.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Did you re-roll one of your failed dice? I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I rerolled a 1 and it came up a 2, so... I got
Yeah,
6, so...
like as you finish your prayer, your hand comes down on like the straw that they've laid down on part of the floor, and like you feel the hard hilt of your blade tucked under the straw. How it got there, only the gods can tell you. By the time that you've done that and Irena has sort of gotten a chance to escape, the two creatures like recover their senses and move to either side. So it's hard for you guys to see exactly where they're at, but you can hear them. You can hear them moving
Come
and
at me, bro!
definitely coming closer.
Okay, I grit my teeth, because I know this is going to hurt, and I just kick the cell door as hard as I can.
You're
Trying to bust it open.
going to attempt to kick open the cell door.
Yeah.
That is going to be rough.
Yeah.
That is definitely going to be a power test.
Okay. And I'm down 1 die because I'm wounded.
Oh, that's right. You're still wounded, aren't you?
Oh.
My chest is covered with, and my arm are covered with 3rd-degree burns that have been healed up. But
Odd 5. It's an odd 5 power test to kick it open. I mean, if you want to hack it apart with your sword, I'll give you an advantage die.
But if I use my sword, what's part of the failure condition?
Well,
That the sword breaks?
I wasn't gonna break it. Bend it.
It was going to go down a VA, so it would be back to where it was before I enchanted it?
Curve to the left just a little bit.
No,
Uh,
that's okay.
I don't know. I'm just saying that's an option.
What'd you say the ob was?
It's op 5.
That's okay, because even when I hurt myself, I will still get a challenging power test. Okay, here we go. That's 4 successes. I'm going to fate that. If I pull this off, I'm going to do my happy dance. Not quite.
Oh, you failed.
Bummer.
So, Jesus!
That does
I
hurt.
mean, not Jesus, the triad!
You feel the door give way. You also feel your foot give way.
Do I take a superficial?
No, you're gonna take a light.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like you kick it hard enough to bust open the door.
So I get what I want. I hurt my foot as I do it.
Yeah. You feel, you don't know if that's a sprain or a break or what, but it hurts like a son of a bitch, and you know that shit's gonna be swollen.
That's okay. I'm out of here, and I can do what I need to do.
Wait, Haley, what are you doing? Because then I want to know, and then I'm gonna jump back to Neil.
Since it's such an enclosed area, I think I'm gonna stick with shards.
Okay. Did you
But
make?
there's wood in here, right? It's not just stone.
Well, it could be stone or metal. I mean, you could try to shard the bars in front of you away into literally nothing.
No. I mean, as far as like if I used fire fan, the gel would go up in flames.
There's stone here. And like the doors are wooden. They're reinforced wood. Yeah, you could totally try and burn your way out with fire fan. Before you did you make your fort test for?
I have not yet.
Your shards. Do that.
Fort. 5.
Yep, Ob 3 fort test.
Woo! And wow, it's 4 successes, 2 sixes.
Nice. So you do not suffer from the sickness with, or you were not taxed with that. So yeah. What are you doing?
Okay, so do I have to see them to be able to use shards?
Yeah.
But if I used fire fan in the general direction.
Yeah, that's going to be much more reliable.
It's also going to be reliable to
Burn the place down?
hit other people too.
Yeah. It's going to light fires no matter what. There is flammable stuff here, and it is fire. Like once you cast the spell, the environmental effects are kind of set in stone. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to take damage or anything, because there's already rules for that. But fire is fire.
Damn it! Well, the only thing I can do is fire fan, because shards I can't see them.
Well, you can see one of them because, like I said, they like you guys are on opposite sides of the hallway, so you can see the one creeping up to Peter's door.
Okay, then I'll shard that asshat.
Okay, go ahead and roll for shards, and
that is 4 successes.
okay, so we're in the exact same.
Yep, but +2 this time.
No, it's if you beat it by 2,
Yeah.
then it's +2. You beat it by 1. It's a 3 up, yes.
Shards is up 2.
Oh, it's up 2. So
Yeah.
you beat it by you beat it by 2.
Correct.
So yeah, then it's +2. I believe.
Come on, die. Oh, well, it's 2 + 2, so that's a 4.
That does a moderate, so that's B5.
Yep.
Hey, Sean.
Yep.
Guess who just dinged power?
You.
What's your
smashed
power?
foot and
Now it's a B6.
nice.
Nice.
Awesome. That means you do more damage with your sword. So, Haley, go ahead and roll forward and figure out text. And in the meantime, it takes some damage. It kind of tears up one of its wings, but it doesn't look like it's a particularly. I mean, it was a solid hit, but not like it's not going to set it that far back. Oh yeah, you totally made it.
Yeah.
All right, so
I've had all this time to rest here in jail, so.
I know. So Neil. Sorry it took so long to get back around to you. So you've successfully masked yourself, and are you like making up your way up so you can hear what's going on, or?
Yeah, I want to stay close to her so I can hear what she's up to.
Nice. So by the time that you've kind of gotten across the distance, they've already made their introductions. He's kind of shoved Maria off, with a couple of the other servants, like in a get her on board, get her in her cabin. We'll deal with this later, sort of thing. And now he's kind of put on a tense but as nice a face as he can to speak with your stepmother and this other woman. Or sorry, not other woman, other guy. And so as you approach, she's saying, of course, what happened with your sister was an absolute tragedy, and you're within every right to come back with and fulfill your promise to the city, and when you do come back with your steel and warships, it would be an excellent thing to have friends on the inside. To which he's like, what is it that you can offer me, aside from your loyalty? From what I understand, your house is not in the best standing, and the young man steps forward. Now that you're here, you can see he's wearing the tabard of one of the merchant companies, the White Sail Company. They're a shipping outfit. Think like the East India Company, where they're not. They're not like any kind of governmental agency, but they certainly maintain their own, like, sort of their own navy. Because that's how you protect yourself from pirates,
Right.
And as such, they've become reasonably powerful, like a reasonably powerful faction. And he says, my lord, I believe that's of course where we come in. Not only does my organization have ships that we can offer to help supplement your own fleet, but as as you know, I am a student of, or at least a former student of the school your sister attended. And the power that we gave her, we can offer to you. And your stepmother says, yes, of course. I've already I already have a suitable subject in mind to provide as raw materials for.
Oh, bitch.
For the process, as I understand it. And he's like, your offers are very very intriguing. I think a deal can be arranged. It will take some months for us to get get back home, but the missives I've received has indicated that the war is going well, despite the lack of Lord Brannick's help. And once we've cleaned up that little issue, it won't be difficult to secure the forces to come back here. It would. Do you think you could secure what you need in the meantime? And and your mother-in-law, or not in-law. I don't know why I keep saying that. Stepmother. Yeah. Oh yes. Of course, it shouldn't be a problem at all. At this point, you're pretty close. How well did you do on that test? Did you hit the ob exactly? Or
yeah, I did.
You hit the ob exactly. So I believe.
For the mask?
Yes.
I thought he went over.
Mask was an ob 3 test. I think he got exactly 3 successes.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was the perception, or the versus test to see if anybody noticed him.
No, I don't think I've gone over on anything yet.
Observation test to recognize the mage. The obstacle is 1 plus the margin of success.
Okay.
So in their case, because they don't have the observation skill, their ob is 2.
They'll never notice me.
It's the only one that would actually recognize you as anybody other than like a random passerby, even if they saw through your illusion, is your mother. So she's the only one I'm rolling for, and I'm not giving her any help dice. She has a perception of 4. That basically gives her a 50-50 chance of seeing through the illusion. If she does, she's not going to. That you've already done most of her work for her. We'll deal with the aftermath of that based on this roll.
Come on. Yeah.
Success. Like as she's talking, she's kind of like, scanning the, the crowd. I mean, she's basically, despite the fact that Peter and Gagne are the ones that are in prison for treason, she's the one actually committing it right now. And to make sure that there's no prying eyes, and like for a second, she locks eyes with you, and then like her gaze continues on, and you know, as she turns back to the Duke. Do we have a deal then? And he asks the young man, do I have a guarantee from your headmaster that I will be granted the gift if I agree to this, which he affirms, and the Duke and your stepmother shake hands. Yes. Then the deal is done. When I return, I expect to have your what resources you can offer on my side, and the country of Ravane will gladly put you and the Lycaeum in places of prominence.
That bitch. That bitch so much.
I'm not going to push my luck at this point, so I'm going to start kind of walking away.
Yeah,
I've heard plenty.
You have indeed heard plenty. Yeah, like they exchange pleasantries. They're like you're walking away as their little meeting ends, and by the time that you've that you're getting far enough, you know, kind of off the scene, you can hear sailors calling for ropes to be pulled and gangplanks to be raised up, and the constant to be setting sail for Ravane.
And how far is she from the boat? Just curious.
She's like she's leaving at this point too.
Okay.
So she's still on the dock. She's not going with them.
What kind of distance are we talking when it says half presence?
Half presence.
Mm-hmm.
So presence is basically it's kind of a gray area in terms of absolute distance. Let me take a look.
I mean, is she close enough and am I close enough to, I don't know, say use a binding spell between her clothing and the sail of the ship?
Yeah, because yeah, she's gonna be a little too far away.
Damn. All right. It probably wouldn't have been a great idea anyway.
That would have been a fantastic idea.
Well, she'd either have to strip or get dragged out to sea.
I want to see that happen. Get closer.
Presence origin is if the caster could speak to the recipient in a normal speaking voice and be understood, then the recipient is in the presence of the caster. So you have to be up pretty close, and for binding,
yeah, half of that, right?
yeah.
Okay. Well, then I will just head back toward Nico's place.
Okay. So on your way, Nico's also on his way to the tower. Yes, was that where you were heading?
Except it was night. No, it was night. They wouldn't let me in by the time I get back to my house.
Well,
it takes a long fucking time to get back from
it takes a while.
I would have headed home, and I'll have to go to the prison the next day. That's what makes sense.
Oh, nice.
Because I'm not going to show up, hey, it's the middle of the goddamn night, and I want to talk to my brother.
Yeah, I'm not up to anything.
It's not like he's going anywhere.
Yeah, no, well, unless an imp eats his face. So.
Well, I mean, yeah. But I think by the time that you get back, then Vitali would have been there for a while, assuming that you waited.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually trying, like, going over everything I just overheard, having a rather involved conversation with the beaver, trying to work out the intricacies of the situation.
It's a surprisingly good listener.
So you just left the place unlocked?
There's always a window or something.
I think it would whatever Sean says. Fuck, I don't have a good answer for that. I would assume I show up and it's dark as fuck.
Yeah. Like by the time you get there, like it's dark, it's late, and Vitali's having a conversation with the beaver.
Is that a sex thing?
I'll get in and just be like, did you get her to the boat?
Yeah, she got to the boat just fine.
Oh, good. At least something went right with today.
Yeah. Yeah, I had an interesting conversation with my mom.
Did you?
Yes.
It must be a day for parent-child issues.
Care to compare?
Let's... you want to pitch first?
Sure. My stepmom is planning to betray Olengrav to the Vitellis. Your turn.
I think you just won.
I think you got me. My father honestly thinks that the lord of this city is going to set the Lycaeum sorcerers on his estate because he's withdrawing the loans from the Lycaeum, and he wants me to either take up the family name or permanently disown. That Mike is ridiculous. Haley, is there something going on with the mic? The wind? It's going crazy.
Is it plugged in correctly?
It's going
Might be a
crazy.
loose connection.
Yeah, it sounds like you might have a bad cord or something.
If I unplug the mic, can you hear me?
And now we hear it. What sounds like a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah,
Full of vacuum cleaners.
Yeah, you're like bad. Bad.
Do you have another headset somewhere?
Could I rejoin? Restart PC?
We can't hear. Nope.
That's one way.
Or Haley at our computer.
Try and restart it because it sounds like dog shit.
That sounds like a hardware issue. It sounds like is it running from a mic to a mixer?
No, it shouldn't be. It's maybe the mic jack to the mic.
Oh, that could be it.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, because that definitely sounds like actual microphone.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but anyway, I was saying, yeah. So he basically offered me an ultimatum of be the heir to this family and do exactly what I say, or fuck your couch.
Well,
Fuck your
he
beaver.
might not
Fuck
be wrong
your.
about that Lycaeum part.
Yeah, I mean, I said that those mages die like anyone else, but he didn't think that was an okay answer.
Yeah, she said that.
Right?
What was I can't think of. I don't remember his first name. The main guy, the Vitelli family.
It is.
Your lady friend's husband.
Yes.
Milorad. Milorad.
She said that she was going to send him through the to the Lycaeum to receive the gift.
What?
And she was rallying the white sails to add ships to his own fleet.
Oh boy.
I do not like her.
Yeah, she. What do you want to do about it?
Well, I can't believe that my father is involved in this, so I'd like to go talk with him.
That sounds great, except the other hook. My father basically wants to abandon my brother because he's been charged with high treason for what happened at the festival.
Not light treason.
High treason?
Yeah, apparently Ravenov and his court sorceress bitch were there when I showed up, and apparently he issued the paperwork himself, and that was so that's exciting. So my father has basically said, yeah, you're going to take the heir to the family, and you're going to give up your brother, or screw you. And that was, I wanted to have a conversation, but he decided to be a savage about it. So we'll see if he calms down. Ooh, I really think we need to go see my brother. I can't help but think something horrible is going to
And this city is worth saving, right?
I'm really trying, out of character, not to just turn into fucking Batman or the Green Arrow, and just be like, well, like, what's your stepmom's name?
You just change your voice and go.
No, just to corner her and be like, you have failed this city, and then put an arrow in her face.
Let's see, where did I put that?
Katank.
Any better, guys?
Yes,
Much better.
Yeah.
Katinka?
Yep.
But yeah, be like, Potential, you failed this city, arrow in the face. Anyway,
I'm sorry, it sounded like Pachinko.
I think we need to go see my brother and try and get him out of prison, and then we can deal with this. Is this something you might want to bring to Lord Ravenov? I mean, we could bring this.
Wait. What if we had your brother give this information maybe as a way to get himself free, like turn in a real traitor?
This sounds like an excellent bargaining chip, because I think I may end up acting as my brother's lawyer in court. As exciting as that sounds.
I'm screwed.
Because I know I can't afford one.
This can only go.
I'm wondering if we won't be able to use that to our advantage. So maybe Peter's the one that reports on my stepmother for her treason, and that might convince the important people in town that he should go free.
What proof do you have?
Shit.
Hard sell.
But at least raising the suspicion.
I have to talk. We can go talk with my brother, but we gotta go. I gotta go see him.
All right.
I can't let my father abandon him. I can't do it.
I'm just wondering what we can do to help him at this point.
My father wants to write him off, so I think that's out.
That's not helping.
I think we go talk to him and we see what he has planned.
Okay, but then I really need to speak with my father, because if he's not involved in this plot, he could be in danger.
I owe you that much for helping me with Maria. I can at least go with you to speak with your father. If I don't know how I can help you, but I'd go with you. I mean,
Fair enough.
I'm a man who you stated. We have a very new relationship here, but I'll help you go talk to your dad. Sure.
Well, perhaps you could.
We have our player character names above our heads, and so we work together like a team.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, I don't know how I can help you, but I'm sure. Why not?
Invite to
Maybe
group.
you could bed my stepmother, and I could catch you with my father with me.
That would be.
I don't like this plan.
Come on, go.
We're both tired. Let's sleep and we'll put this together. I think I have a spare cot upstairs.
Oh no, I was fine down here.
You sure?
Oh yeah,
With the beaver watching you?
I don't mind when the beaver watches me.
Again, is this a sex thing?
All right, at that point, I'm gonna rack out. I'm done with this scene. So.
All right.
Unless
So,
you want to get out of it, yeah.
so that being the case, let's finish up the little issue in the prison.
Okay.
Little issue in the prison. So Irena has kind of moved down the hallway, and she's you hear some chanting. The door busts open with a crack, and possibly
Two cracks, possibly. Yeah.
two cracks, maybe some painful grunting. I mean, I don't know how you react, but that hurts like a son of a bitch. I'll tell you right now.
Peter will react once the danger has passed. But yes.
Wait, so did my sister get away, or is she still there?
She's still in the hallway. She's just farther back away.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's she's kind of got the door at her back, so it's not like she's not trapped. She was about to get cornered by those things, but your spell made him hesitate enough for her to get past them.
And where's the cracking noise coming from?
You see Peter's door burst outwards, and he.
Oh, that's him. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Sean, I took a light wound. Do I have to make a steel test?
No. In this case, you don't need to make a steel test.
Okay.
I think you were absolutely prepared for it.
Thought my foot was going to get hurt by doing this.
Yeah. You maybe didn't expect it to be quite as painful as it was, but the sad thing is that your strength deemed, and then you lost a die due to it being a light wound, and now.
So I'm the same boat as I was before, but that's okay.
Right. Exactly. So, what do you do?
I put myself in between Arena and the imps, the demons, and I throw myself at the first one with the sword.
Okay. Do we want to go to bloody verses?
I would prefer bloody verses over fight in this case.
Okay. Because with you in the hallway, one of them is sneaking up to the door. Well, not exactly sneaking, but they're clearly more intelligent than just animals.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's trying to stay out of Ganya's sight line while it grabs onto the door, and you see it sink its claws into it and start getting ready.
Yeah, I see that, and I'm like, hey, look at me, you monster! And just charge in.
Sweet. So bloody verses. What is your intent? What do you want
My intent is to. I am the flaming sword of justice, so I want to completely smite these things into little tiny pieces.
You want to kill them. All right.
Yeah.
Uh, that's legit. They they want to get the door open so that they can eat not just your face off, but Ganya's face too. Um, so you're going after him with a sword. Haley, are you helping at all? And if so, how?
Distract them with flying pieces of metal.
Okay, so you're going to be helping with sorcery and shards.
Also, with all this shard flying, whatnot, is it slowly hacking away at my door so I can get out?
Yeah. I mean, if you wanted to try and bust it open when this bloody versus is over, I think you could certainly get an advantage die from it.
Okay.
Of course, one of them's trying to tear off, tear open the door to get at you too. So that's kind of a two-way street. But you may wind up with the advantage if this is a successful.
Shard. Woo.
So I get what's your sorcery die? What's your sorcery die? 6? So I get 2 for help from your help then.
Yep.
Because I'm awesome.
Okay.
Seriously, it's really hard to defend yourself when there's a bunch of stuff flying across your line of sight.
I am weapon length long. What does that do for me, sir?
You get a plus 1d to attack.
Okay, I am unarmored.
Yes, you are unarmored.
Ouch. Total bummer, man.
It's okay, we got this.
What's your reflexes when you're injured?
Oh fuck, it's 1 then.
Is your reflexes normally 2?
My reflexes is 3. I've got 1 die from the burn and 1 die from my foot.
Oh, yeah. So they have higher reflexes in this case. Wait, Haley, what's your reflexes?
Good question. Let's see. Reflexes 3.
Okay. Actually, you guys get the higher reflexes because they've both taken a light wound.
Okay.
So you guys have one advantage die. They get plus 2. Plus 1d to defend because they have armor.
Does my VA then count for this or anything?
Yeah, your VA does. Plus 1d per point of VA.
Okay, so that's a VA 2 for my sword. Alright, so let me calculate this. I got 4 dice for my sword. I'm forking and brawling because I'm throwing everything I have at these guys. I'm getting 2 dice from Ganya, 1 dice for weapon reach, 1 dice for superior reflexes, and 2 dice for VA. Am I getting any help from Arena?
Yes, you get 1 die.
Okay, so I'm at 12 dice.
Yep, and they are at the 2 of them 6. They have 1 point of VA. That brings them up to 7, and then they'll get let's say plus 1d to their defensive roll.
Okay. I'm gonna split my pool 6 and 6 then.
You're gonna go 6 and 6. I'm gonna do 5 and no 4 and 3. 4 to attack, 3 defense.
Okay.
Makes it 4 and 4. So go ahead and roll your attack first.
Go, Matt. Go.
I'm going to spend a fate on that.
And don't forget don't forget injuries.
Yeah, I took the 2. I had a B6 sword, but I took 2 off to a B4 sword. So.
Okay.
So 3 6s. 1 more 6. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
Dang. So I knock off. I knock off 3.
So I got
Or 2.
3. 1 to hit you. Or I needed. Okay, yeah. So I needed 1 to hit you. So that's 2 more over. So I'm gonna up that to the middle one, which is a B9 wound.
Okay.
Marked B9.
Okay.
VA. It doesn't matter. VA has already been calculated and everything in armor. So all right. And then
I only got 1 success to
is
attack.
this for their attack?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. And since I spent a fate, does that count on this one as well or no?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Nice.
5 successes.
Excellent.
And you guys did a B9 to them in total.
Mm-hmm. How much damage did you do to them, Ganya?
A B7 and a B5.
So B7 was a light wound for him? Oh, man.
So they screamed, and start clutching at their wounds, giving you plenty of chance to
Wipe the floor with them?
yeah.
Because if you hesitate, you lose.
Yes.
So, yeah, we slaughter them.
Yep.
And then I drop the sword and I check on the fallen guard.
He's not in good shape at all.
Is he alive?
No.
Damn. Okay.
And they would have to identify him by his dental records.
Okay. Then I immediately start shouting, "Guards! Guards!"
You don't hear anybody.
I limp to the door and I look out.
You limp to the door and look out. There's there's a couple of other guards that look like they were probably taken by surprise. There's a lot of blood, a lot of wounds on the back, teeth and claws.
Real quick, do these demons dissipate like the last ones?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They curl up and like you smell that brimstone smoke and
That firecracker thing in reverse.
yeah.
Yeah. Peter, can you get the keys from?
I'll immediately grab the
Deceased?
keys and let you
Oh
out.
yeah, he's totally got the keys. Yeah, you can get Ganya out of there, no problem.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, and
So we heard chanting when all this was going on.
no, the chanting you heard was
What she heard was the sound of the guards getting killed.
no, the chanting was Arena also throwing some shards your way. That's
Oh, okay, got it.
after that. So it's the three of you.
I will continue heading out into the rest of the area, shouting for guards.
Yeah, when you get down to down the stairs to the first floor, the door to the prison area is open. There was only a handful of guards here, like stationed to watch prisoners escaping. Usually not that much of a problem. There's some more unfortunates that didn't make it. And when you get to the sort of entry area, you're greeted with not only the clawed up City Watch, but also scorch marks over the doors are kind of hanging off their hinges and blackened.
Is Commander Ivanov among the dead?
No, you don't see him.
Okay.
Okay.
And there weren't many guardsmen, being stationed here. Most of them are out doing their job.
Okay, I poke my head out first. I say stay back. The wizards could still be out here, and I poke my head out, look around.
I think they should be more afraid of me, Peter. At this point.
As I'm limping.
Yeah, you don't see anybody, but you do see a satchel with actually no, you don't. I don't think it's a particular concern.
Okay.
So
No
once I'm
potential
in
to the satchel behind the curtain.
I look back at the Volkov sisters and I say, I'm about to shout for guards. If you wish to be here or not, that is entirely up to you.
Is there anyone alive?
You don't see anybody alive here.
Okay.
I cannot blame you if you wish to go into hiding at the church.
Hiding? No. But we need to get you some medical attention.
First, we need. I also can I say I've been checking everybody to see if there's any survivors.
Do you have an instinct?
No, never mind. All right.
I mean.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I say, but it needs to be known what has happened here. I can. My foot will heal. And he's like looking at you like, almost like he can't say it because he's too honorable, but he almost like he's wanting you to like run, and you and Irina not be here.
Irina's like, Ganya, let's go. Peter,
Leave, Peter.
we're not leaving Peter. He's coming with us.
I'll be fine.
She looks around.
Irina, why don't you go back, and we'll take care of this, and we'll meet up later. I'm not
Okay, no, okay. This is I consider this to be dangerous. So I say, I gotta believe. So I grab Ganya by the shoulder and like I push Sister Sorrow into your hands and I say, you need to get out of here with your sister. Give this to Yuri. I just have to make sure people must know about this. They have to know what has happened here. That there's been attacked. There could be survivors.
Irina's like, sir. You can't stay here. You need to be where it's safe too. You're injured. We don't know what's going on.
I
Come back to the church with us.
will find another guard and make sure these people and make sure these people are properly laid to rest and that they know that that there was an attack. But I incited a riot. I broke the law. I am not going to try to escape just because there was some attack.
You freed the city from ignorance. Ignorance is what you did.
But the city still has rules, and I can't break those rules.
So, Neil, do you smell that? I smell
Ren is like, no. Sir Boyer, I outrank you.
No.
Is that true, Sean?
Yes.
Yep. She outranks both of us.
You're a knight. She's the head archivist. She holds a higher ecclesiastical rank than you do.
Okay, I was gonna walk away from a duel of wits, but this because she can command me, I might have to turn this into a duel of wits.
Yeah, no, she's just like you're coming with us.
If we just walk away from this and we don't face it, so everyone can and help everyone see the injustice that's being done here. Everything that we've worked for, is going to be buried. We have to stand up. We have to let the people know what's been going on, and fight this the right way.
Yeah, I agree with Peter, and I think Arena should go back and speak to the canon and speak to the church and get them involved in doing something instead of hiding. People need the triad.
Is that your statement of purpose? You want her to go back and tell people and leave you to deal with this?
Sean beat me to it. I was going to be like, so what do you guys want from each other?
Yep.
Yeah, no, she wants you both to come back to the church, like rest, regroup, figure out what to do from there.
Okay. You are unwounded, Ganya. Do you want to be the arguer here?
Sure.
Oh.
The main body of argument arguer?
So we're doing duel?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hi.
She's not going to back down. This is the first time you've seen the scripted conflict systems, isn't it, Neil?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
This is how it works.
I just really wish we were in on it, but
Yeah, same here.
alas.
It's okay, Sean. Sam. I'm really tempted to kind of subtly back out and not actually take place in the argument, to not get tied to the conditions.
Yeah, you want to walk away or limp away in your case, and leave her to deal with this on your own. That's totally cool.
If I don't offer her, I mean, it's a dick move, and I apologize if I do this, but like, if I don't offer her help dice, does that mean, like, rules-wise, I'm not tied to what happens?
You are in the scene. Even if
I'm
you
in the
offer
scene,
her help dice, if you do not be like, I can't be a part of this, and walk away, then you are.
I see. Okay, I see what you're saying then. Okay, never mind then. Yeah, I'll give her helping dice.
All right. So, statement of purpose. She wants you two to come back to the church, and you want her to go alone. Is that?
But to also convince the church to do something about it.
Yeah.
Go home and convince the church to do something.
Okay.
I'm suck at duel with stuff.
Do you want me to do it? I can do it. But if you want to take the lead on it, that's totally okay.
No, I can't. I just gotta. I'm just
I have
looking
skills,
through.
but they're all at -2 dice.
No, it's okay. I mean, I have things. I have to decide what
one
I'm
freaking
using.
success. He has a BOA of 6. Body of argument is basically hit points for the Duel of Wits.
So, Ganya, what is your will?
6
And what do you think your main skill is going to be? It's just persuasion, probably?
persuasion.
Okay, so roll your persuasion dice. I will give you... I am going to be... Can I help her with this, Sean?
Yes.
I am going to mostly be trying to, my argument is going to be like, for the biggest part, is what the triad would want. It's like, yes, there's church laws, but this is what the gods would kind of want us to do. So would that be doctrine or suasion?
Suasion.
Okay, I will give her a helping die with suasion. Doctrine is church rules, then, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what's your persuasion, Haley?
Persuasion is 4.
And then you get one more dice for my suasion.
That's 5.
So you roll 5 dice, and every success adds on to 6.
I'm gonna do... I'm scripted.
Wait! Before you script, you gotta roll your dice, so we know what our
Oh.
BOA is.
Oh yeah, that's right. I always get confused on the order.
No, you roll first, then you script.
Yeah.
Body of argument first, then script.
Only 2.
Do you have a lot of fate? Do you have like a ton of fate?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna fate that.
All right. Because right now she's BOA 7 or BOA 6. We're BOA 8.
Oh yeah,
BOA.
definitely can spend some fate. So let's re-roll that 6. Damn it!
That's okay. So we're 8. She's 6. We're a little better off than she is.
All right. And I'm good to go.
Okay, Haley, let's do this.
All right.
Go ahead and script, Haley.
Okay,
I think she already is scripted.
I am actually.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Wait, how many points do we have?
You have 8.
8.
If you want, you can use Dice Stream, Haley, where it says counter. You can up the number to whatever our BOA is, and then you can lower that as we go through.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna have to help me through this because
That's
been a
okay.
while since I've dueled
That's okay.
with it.
It's not as difficult. I mean, it's way more intimidating. It looks way more intimidating than it actually is.
I mean, it's just the point system in it I get confused with.
All right. So what's
Okay.
what's your first script?
Point.
I have an avoid. Avoid the topic. So go ahead and make your point.
All right. The point is the church has responsibilities to the faithful, and you have more of a voice than we do. We are much better at the ground floor doing what we can.
And the church also, sadly, or not sadly, the church also, I mean, has its own laws, but it is stated, it is written down that the laws of Olengrav still come first. And the law of Olengrav is that I remain in the prison.
she's like this. I can't believe so many people are dead here. Whoever did this, this is madness. What? Like she's not even listening to you. She's just
Yeah.
like, I don't, because avoid the topic does that.
Yeah.
So I'm helping with doctrine then, Ganya.
Yeah.
So that'll give you 2 dice. But no, it won't, because it's reduced down to 5. It only gives you 1 dice. Should have fucking done suasion and gotten a test. Oh well.
Dice, are you down?
2.
You're down 2.
1 for the burns
Right.
and then 1 for the foot.
Right. What's your doctrine at?
5. So it's
Oh,
down
oh.
to a 3.
Okay, it's down to 3. Sorry, it
My
sounded.
suasion was a 3 down to a 1.
Yeah, no, I was asking because it sounded like you were like, oh, it's down to a 5, and I was like, you had 7
I
before.
meant to say it was down 2 from a 5. I'm sorry. I might have said that because I'm dumb.
That's fine. She has 5 dice. Because avoid the topic is straight will.
So we get +1 point.
I give you you make your persuasion roll and I give you +1 to that.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
It's basically you're making a persuasion roll and I give you the help.
Got it.
And it's versus avoid,
Okay. Ready?
which I rolled really well on.
Oh, Jesus. I got 1 plus.
I think I just got a challenging doctrine test though.
Yes,
But-
yes, you did.
I'm gonna do another fate to see if. Well, actually, it doesn't matter, does it?
Well, if it blew up, it could blow up a billion times and you could win, but
I'm gonna do it anyway.
But you do get that freaking what do you have 4 against my 5?
yeah, she gets a challenging persuasion test.
Yeah.
Oh, I get a challenging persuasion.
Yes, but that's the only one you get to log because you can only log 1 test per skill in a duel wits.
Yeah, that's okay. It's a challenging though.
All right, volley 2. I have a point.
I have rebuttal.
Ooh,
Nice.
nice. So she you cite the law of the land. The gods let you out of here. Look at what those things did to these poor people. You don't see the hand of the divine here. You don't think that that the triad wanted you free. You were meant for greater things than to sit here in prison for some silly sense of honor.
The triad. Oh, were you
No,
done?
go ahead.
The triad set us free. Right. All of us. All 3 of us. Because we have different missions. Yours is to be the voice to convince the church. Ours is to be here at ground zero to take action just because we call on some guards and hopefully help some of these people that were hurt here today does not mean we will be unable to help anyone else. Hopefully, the people of this city will see what is really going on, that the triad will open their eyes, and something can truly be done.
And for my helping dice here, I admit, Sister Arena, that the triad, that the mother and the twins work in mysterious ways, but I will not believe that they would send the enemy, capital E, the enemy, and free me by slaughtering so many other good men. And he kind of leaves it off at that.
All right.
So that would be a suasion die.
I've got persuasion of 5, and she's forking in suasion. So at least
Okay.
6. So you guys are doing a rebuttal. Rebuttal has a split dice pool. So how many dice are going to attack, and how many points are going to defense?
Haley, to be safe, I'd say everything to defense except 1. Just if we're lucky, we can ping her, but let's defend against her big attack.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm giving you 1 die from my suasion.
Mm-hmm. And I have 4 from persuasion. That's
Okay,
5
so
dice.
do you have anything? Do you have suasion on your own? You could fork in.
Nope.
Do you have anything else?
The only other thing I could use would be falsehood. And by the way, we'll be fine.
Nothing bad can happen. I'm totally lying.
And you just forked in falsehood. All right.
The gods are behind us. We'll be fine.
So 5 defense, 1 attack.
I think that's stretching it with falsehood right there. Like,
All right. 4
Alright.
defense,
lying
4
to
defense, 1 attack.
Yeah.
Do you want to spend any persona? I mean, you don't have to, but you could. What's her attack? 6?
6 dice.
She can't. Unless we roll really crappy and she rolls really well, she's not going to knock us out with 6. She'll get a compromise, but.
Yeah. Wait, so who's ahead on this?
Right now, nobody has taken any damage.
Okay.
We have 8, she has 6, so we have a better cushion than she does.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with actually, I'm gonna go with 2 attack, 3 defense.
2 attack, 3 defense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your defense dice first.
Risky maneuver. I like it.
I only got 2.
Crap, what did I say?
I don't know what those 2 successes mean. 'cause
3 defense.
Yep.
So we're rolling defense right now.
Yep.
Yeah, 3 dice.
And 1. But it's a 6. And I have fate.
Fade it. And if not, we'd only take 1 BOA, so.
Yep.
And it's 1. So we take
That's
1.
okay.
So
So move your counter down from an A7. Yep, okay, you got it.
Yep.
okay.
And then you get to roll out.
Your remaining dice get to power through, and any successes get taken off of my body of argument.
So 2 dice for attack.
2 successes.
Oh, do you want to blow that with a fate?
Did you already spend a fate?
Oh, you spent a fate last time, so yeah, that blows up.
Roll that 6.
That's another one. 3.
Nice.
Oh, yes.
All right. Volley 3. What do you got?
Insight.
I have a rebuttal. Ooh.
Does insight really fuck with the rebuttal?
Versus rebuttal.
I think they're both tested, if I'm not mistaken.
Insight.
Yes, insight.
That's normally.
Yep.
I actually don't get to test. Rebuttal depends on somebody making
A point.
making a point.
Yep.
Oh, but this.
And so with insight, you're trying to frighten her or anger her in some way.
Yeah, anger her into action.
Right, into hesitating on her next action.
You better hit her hard, because if you fail, the margin of failure that you failed by, she gets as bonus dice to her next action.
Yes, and she has a roll of 5. So that is your
really?
law. You may use command, extortion, falsehood. Falsehood you can use. But I don't get to roll anything. So like she sits here, like she's made her point. Okay, you kind of got a little bit of a point. That's where your attack comes in, and then and then you're going to incite her. Are you gonna? Yeah. What do you say? What insightful thing do you say? It's not insightful. Inciting. Inciting.
You know, what kind of member of the church are you to ignore the will of the gods? They're, they're crap thoughts going different places all at once. You're thinking of only the few. We're taught in the church to think of the many. You're being selfish, and you're letting fear take a hold of you.
And
we have duties to perform.
I am going to make I'm going to quote something from our holy text that.
Before you do, I need to ask a question so that I can because I need to make sure of something. Are you intending to use falsehood? Or do you have intimidation?
I do not have intimidation, so I need to think of something to lie about.
Yeah. Falsehood, intimidation, or ugly truth.
Yeah, I know.
I asked so that you can lie to her in some way so that you can use falsehood, because otherwise the thing you just said is absolutely intimidation.
Right.
Which is cool if you want to beginner's luck it, and that's legit.
That's fine. I mean that fits with if it fits with the fiction, it's cool.
Yeah. I just want to make sure that that's what you want to do.
Could I give her help on that then?
Hold on. I couldn't hear what she said.
So that's double ob then for this roll.
That's double ob, and it would probably go to your ob before doubling is 5, which I'm guessing. What's your will? 6.
Yes.
So that would be a challenging for your will.
You get a challenging on your will, which is very difficult to get.
Yes. So there's a good reason to do it that way. It's just unlikely to succeed.
You know what? I'm gonna go with intimidation because it'd be kind of fun to open.
Okay.
Eventually.
Awesome.
And then while she's doing that, to make it part of because it's an incite and it's going to make her hesitate, they really hit home. I quote a bit from the holy text, which is about martyrs. So it clearly states that at least Peter doesn't expect to survive this, and maybe not even Gandhi either. So to help with the hesitate, Sister realizes, oh, these two are willing to die.
Okay.
And so that might be suasion or doctrine. I'm not sure.
That would be doctrine. If you're quoting from a text, it is doctrine.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. You can absolutely help with that. So she's got a will of 5. Your beginner's lucking, so your ob is 10.
So you have 7 dice. I feel good about this, Haley.
I'm gonna use a persona.
I feel even more good about this, Haley. I'd love to let you have some of mine, but I cannot.
I know. So roll 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 6. Which I'll use.
You can fade it.
I am. Oh.
So she has a +6. She gets +6 advantage dice her next action against us.
No, because it's the math is a little wonky here. How many total successes did you get?
1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
4.
Yeah, out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
That's
Yeah,
If she does not
you succeeded in making her angry.
if she does not script dismiss as her next action, I don't believe this character anymore. I just don't believe it.
Wait, I thought we went through all our.
Yeah, but now we start. If no one wins, we start a new round.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
And so yeah, so here's what I think, Haley. Let's let Sean script first, and then I have ideas to tell you.
Okay. So what does that do to our points?
Nothing. It doesn't affect points. It's just trying to give you a bonus later to hit him harder with more for points later.
Oh, got it.
Only points, rebuttals, and dismisses can take off BOA.
Okay.
Insights make them hesitate, so you can script to hit him harder.
Or anger them.
Feint can get around if you predict they're going to have a rebuttal. Feint can get around him. Well, Feint can take off BOA if it's against a rebuttal.
Okay, I'm scripted.
Haley, I think she's going to hit us really hard with this because she's getting a shit ton of dice to use against us. So I think you should just start with a dismiss, and hope that we get a compromise, or that we take her out. So if we take each other out.
But I don't have anything in this to use for dismiss.
Oh, you could try. Well, you could try.
Okay, open up some.
You could try because it's will based. It's like command would be will based. What else is dismiss?
Intimidation, oratory,
Religious diatribe.
ugly truth.
You could try like an ugly truth dismiss, which is like, look, you're more important than we are. We're expendable. You're not. Get your ass back to the church. That could be ugly truth. Religious diatribe could be. I don't know. See, I'm playing a religious paladin, so I don't call it religious diatribe. I call it my doctrine and my suasion.
Religious diatribe is a specific thing, and it's anything like if you saw the Campus Crusade for Christ guys yelling at everybody who isn't them, that's religious diatribe.
You could try intimidate again. Unfortunately, you've already earned a test for intimidate, so you can't get another one in this.
But I have one beginner's luck test in command.
You can get something for command.
It's okay if whatever you want to script. In cases where you don't have a thing, let what you say determine what that skill is. Right.
Yeah.
Let the task follow the intent.
Well, but
in this case, so
here's the thing. Go ahead.
I mean, strategically, if we do this but lose anyway, I mean, is it really going to help our?
It would get us a compromise, or we could make her lose too, and then we both lose. So neither of us gets what we want. Though, if you want to think about it purely strategically, if you wanted to make a point instead, she's only 3. If she doesn't do a defense right up front and we hit her with a point, that could knock her down too if we roll well enough.
I'm thinking.
Because then you could use your full dice pool without penalty.
Yeah, point, dismiss. Something real.
Don't script anything after dismiss, because if it doesn't go off, you don't get that action anyway, so it's all good.
Are you ready to go?
Yep.
All right. Volley 1. What do we got?
You have a point, Haley?
Point.
Point.
I also have a point.
This is gonna be vicious.
So, are you helping, Matt?
Yes, but I'll let you do your. I'll let her do her point, and you do your point first, and then I'll help with other things.
So I I think she's gonna go first in this case. You how dare you? How dare you accuse me of selfishness? You wanna to put your life at risk and so you can what reap some semblance of glory from the death of these poor people. You uh you are a servant of the church. You both are servants of the church. You should be coming back with me and fulfilling your duties and your vows.
Yes, I am a servant of the church, and I am doing my duty to suppress the dark arts that have obviously affected our lives and the lives of so many others so very deeply. And it is for those people that I put myself in danger. Each and every day.
I kind of limp forward. His face clearly darkens like when she accuses us of being glory hounds. And he looks down at her from his very, very tall 6'5" or whatever I said I was, 6'4", 6 something. Not as tall as the Miller, but still very tall. And I say, we are doing this for the good of the church. How do you think the city will view the church if we just run away hiding? You know the lies they like to spit. They will claim that we summoned these demons to escape. Someone needs to stay here and answer for this, so the church, the church does not take the blowback from this. So just go back to the church and leave us here. And I'm helping with intimidate.
Okay. How many dice does that give you guys?
I have 4 for persuasion, so 1 for his intimidate.
Okay, so a total of 5.
Yep.
I have 5 for persuasion, and 6 from spam. So I'm at 11 dice.
Haley, do you have anything else you think you could fork into that?
If I could think of a lie to use, I could use falsehood.
I think it's cool that if we don't have to worry about falsehood in this, because we're not trying to lie and deceive. We're just trying to browbeat.
No, I'm just... Fuck it, we'll just go with this.
Oh, he got 7 on the nose.
5.
I have
7.
faith.
You have 3. I have 7.
We knocked each other both to 0 exactly.
Both knock each other to 0. No.
Neither of us gets what we want.
Yeah, because both of us can't get what we want from the other person.
Mm-hmm.
Neither of us get what we want.
So we somehow get somebody's attention to see to the people in the jail, but we don't go back to the church. We go straight to the Lycaeum.
I think would be good is maybe like we're arguing over this and the watch just shows up.
There you go.
Yeah. Here. I think that's a good compromise there. In everybody's disfavor. So you guys are sitting here like arguing, like yelling at each other, and as you're talking, like and you get to the ends of your sentences,
And they're loud sentences.
loud sentences.
Yeah.
What in all names of the gods at once happened here? And
Is
all
it
three of you
Ivanov?
turn around. What's that?
Is it Ivanov?
Yeah. Yeah. And here you guys are with frickin' fire scorch marks around, standing in in amongst the dead bodies of guards.
I immediately first I drop my
And you're
sword and say,
Yeah.
and I say, Commander Ivanov, there has been an attack.
These men, hopefully, there's someone left alive, need attention.
Yeah. You dropped. Did you already drop your weapon, Matt?
Yeah, I said as soon as he shows up, I drop my sword.
Yeah. Once he recognizes that you guys are who you are,
And fighting about not leaving or leaving.
yeah, like standing here, his freaking guards lower their spears down, and they're like, he's like,
I say two demons like the one that came out of the cannon's sun at when we last visited with you.
No, don't freeze. Use your words.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
yeah, can hear you now. Sorry, you roboted out.
Okay, so basically, basically, it's like two of the demons, like the thing that erupted from the boy's chest when we visited last, came in and attempted to assassinate us. Unfortunately, I was not able to get to any of the men in time. And he is honestly grief stricken by that.
Well, yeah, as am I. We did our best. We went through the whole building before coming outside to find some help.
And it looks like they were let in with the aid of sorcery, and I jab at the burn marks, and I say, much like the young girl, what's her name? But much like the girl Naya that we had executed, I fear Lycam involvement, but I have no proof.
Well, this is awkward, and he pulls out a scroll case and breaks the seal on it and hands it over to whoever's closest, probably Ganya.
Mm-hmm. Is it our treason papers?
Oh yeah. And I think we'll should we pick it up there? We need to get the other two over there.
Yeah.
No, you know what? He's Ivanov he hands you the papers, gives you a second to look over them. And once you've gotten a chance to read them, he turns to his men. Lower your spears. Lower your weapons.
Is that when Nico and
No, that's when he's like, I don't know what happened here, and I don't know how you got out.
well, the answer.
I kind of point at my foot, which is now probably turning purple. I kick the door.
He opened my jail cell.
To help fight the demons which were coming after us.
I thought. I'll have to investigate this situation. I will have to write a report to his lordship.
Of course.
I apologize for that.
Yeah, I mean,
I just look like
and like Irena's
child.
just like, Ivanov's like, go.
Where?
I don't care anywhere but here. Here, we have to answer more questions. I believe you. I have seen the things that you have seen. You can't be here when his lordship comes to probably fire me.
Can I borrow a cloak and a horse?
Take whatever he's like. They don't need them.
Okay, I grab a
Why
cloak
are
and
you
a horse.
still talking? Why are you still here?
I go grab a cloak and I start walking to a horse, limping to a horse.
I give him back the papers, and as I pass, I put my hand on his shoulder and, like, may the triad watch over you.
May the force be with you.
Basically, yeah.
He's like, he turns to you and he's like, assuming that I still hold my position when this is done, don't let me find you.
Yes, sir. And I start saying a prayer for those who have fallen as I walk away. After Peter.
Once we get out of earshot, so he can have plausible deniability, he doesn't have to hear this. I turn to Haley and say, "I am about to head out to my father's. Do you wish to come?"
Yes, actually, I have a few questions for him.
I have some things I wish to speak with him about as well. I look back at Arena and I look at Guy and say, I don't think Lord Rabanov is any longer fit to lead the city.
Neither does the cannon.
Perhaps we could find a more fitting ruler in the other Duke.
Who is the other Duke?
Cornelius. Our dad.
Oh, right. Okay, got it. Well, hopefully he might have.
I'm sorry,
answers.
She says, perhaps you're right. So lead on.
Okay. Arena, could you do me a favor?
Yes.
What?
Did she just say she's coming with us?
Yeah.
Okay. Would she?
Neither of you guys got what you want. She's not going back to the church, and you guys aren't going without her.
Would okay.
I love it.
Irena, do you know of a I've never been any good at this. Do you know of a back way into the church that we can enter and exit unnoticed? I need to get some belongings.
I do.
Do you?
I don't know, do I? I just have a feeling I would.
Possibly. I'm. There may be one. That would be a good use of a wise test.
Nico wise, what would Nico do in this situation?
He would very politely get your dad the double middle finger for issuing ultimatums.
Yeah.
This would be Temple of the Triad wise.
Yeah, I don't have that.
No, I didn't think you would.
That would have been crazy if you did.
Yeah, right.
That would have been right skill, right time if you did.
Arena, you are not a criminal. You would not get the church in trouble. If we wait outside the church, would you go in and fetch something and someone for me?
I'm not.
I swear to you, we will not leave without you. I give you my word.
tell me what you need, and I'll get them.
Okay, basically,
Where should we meet?
I'll give her a location.
How
Kind
is your answer not your brother's store?
Oh
I think
shit,
he's
that's
trying
true.
to hint at something.
Okay, yeah. We'll meet at. Are you familiar with the taxidermy shop on Tanner Lane?
I'm sure I can find it.
All right, get my armor. Get my armor. It's basically easy. It's he literally everything he owns is in one bag. So it's like grab that bag.
And Yuri to carry it.
Grab Yuri, and meet us at the shop.
Yeah, she will go and do that.
Okay, and then I ride with Ganya, balls out to the taxidermy shop
So male horse.
with a demonic beaver head.
Demonic is your friend.
Yeah, so it's dark ass at night. You two have just gotten done comparing terrible parenting stories.
Yeah.
When
I love that I'm up in my room, like, agonizing over the fact that I had this chance for reconciliation with Dad, but my brother had to go fuck it up with his faith bullshit and starting this goddamn riot, and had it not been for that, like the plan I was putting together would have maybe worked. Like, hey, look, I'm independent. I have this taxidermy shop. Like, I'm able to fend for myself and make good decisions. And I keep coming back to, like, I said all the right things. Why did this conversation with Dad go all fucked up?
because he wasn't interested in listening to a reasonable argument.
Because when you're talking to a parent, it's never reasonable. It tries to start reasonable, and they say something that irks you, and then it just like you think you're still being reasonable, but it clearly isn't. But that's okay.
Yeah, and that's when you see the horses right up.
When I get off, I'll slap the horses to make them keep running at this point, because they technically are watch horses, and if the watch horses were just standing outside the taxidermy shop, that might raise eyebrows.
Yeah.
And they're not mine, so I'm not going to keep them. I only borrowed them, and I trust that they're smart enough to go back where they belong.
If not, it's probably easy for them to get tracked down and.
Yeah. And then, because it's my brother's shop, I just walk in.
Ding ding.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Shelly.
Night.
And I go, Vitaly, is my brother here?
Why do you ask?
I need to speak with him.
Yeah, he's upstairs.
And I limp upstairs, thump, thump, thump.
I assume I can hear downstairs. So.
I follow him.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's. Yeah, you like. Yeah, you come down and. Yeah, there you all are.
I will have just like thrown a shirt on and have the pants tied and just stand. As soon as I see it's like my brother, like I hear the step drag.
Yeah, I'm basically in like prisoner's trouser, prisoner's shirt, guard cloak, and my sword. No scabbard, no belt, nothing. Just
Resting on your shoulder.
It's got like dried black ichor on it that you've recognized from whenever else it was used in that situation.
If I didn't.
Also, your character has that exact hair. Right there.
I was just gonna say that. I was just gonna say that I got like the one side that's like up, and the other side that's tame. Like.
Who's serious?
He'll just jump out of bed and be like, "How are you two not in jail?"
Long story short, imps.
Demons came to kill us. We fought back. Commander Ivanov who was a good and honest man, knew that we had done no wrong, and told us to go.
But
before
he wasn't
anyone
fair
else showed
at
up.
all. Yeah, many lives were lost today.
Nico, we need to spend the night here, and then in the morning we need to go speak with Father.
Yeah, about that. I don't think either of us are welcome at the Boyer estate.
Why? We must talk to him.
This goes beyond family matters, Nico. This is the fate of the city rests in the balance. And he kind of like, you know, waves his hand out in the general direction of the city.
And he might have. Oh, sorry.
He says, Lord Rabinov is clearly dealing with demon summoners and their ilk. He is no longer fit to rule.
Father offered me the entire Boyer name, estate, titles, and everything on the condition I do exactly what he says, which included giving you up as a traitor. Both of you. The fact that I'm no longer welcome at his estate should tell you my answer. I don't think you will meet a warm welcome if you go to the Boyer estate.
I do not believe that Father would just turn me in like that.
He had the guards escort me out, and I turn in the light so we can see where I got backhanded.
With the bee.
Father gets heated, but I don't believe he would. No, he would not. He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that. Rose tinted glasses, trade kicking in here.
Oh, do I?
Listen, Nico, listen, and I hands on your shoulder, and it's like, look, listen. The faithful of the city know what is happening. The church, the guards themselves know this is wrong. If we talk to Father, we could have, with the help with the city, we could have the force to put someone good in charge. Father would do a much better job.
Father is terrified and feels powerless and thinks that sorcerers will come in the night and kill him and everyone at the Boyer estate.
Then we need to let him know that the city is the citizens are with him. They are against this as well. He wouldn't be alone in this fight. He would have the church. He would have the guard. He would have the common folk, the faithful. Listen, I know you haven't always believed, Nico, but I know you've seen my miracles. We have power.
I don't believe in your God, brother.
Whether you believe in the
had.
triad or not, you've got to admit the church has its own sorcerers who've been studying for a hell of a lot longer than these corrupted students.
The Lycaeum is clearly an evil group. Even if you don't believe in the gods, they are clearly evil, and they are not good for Olengrav.
Vitaly, get up here. We have a topic to discuss that includes you and the discussion we had.
Yeah.
You might want to share your information you told me about. The situation, Peter, is much more complicated than you can imagine.
Yeah. I overheard a conversation between, what is he, Lord Vitelli?
Yeah, he's a duke.
Duke. Vitelli and my stepmother, and she was pledging basically to give him the gift via the Lycaeum, the way that they generally do provide the gift, in addition to the support of the white sails to his fleet when he returns.
Peter clenches his fists, barely
A city
resisting the urge to punch the beaver.
Which is now somehow upstairs.
Yeah. know,
I
right?
brought it.
You just have it under your arm. The expression changes every time you look away and look back.
Well, a city divided would have no way of standing up to such treachery, but if
we need to rid the city of the Lycaeum and put a leader who actually cares about his people on in its place.
which would take care of the situation, because if the Lycaeum is no longer in power,
And Peter
you
looks
get
Peter
just
yeah. Peter looks over at Nico and says, "Your father has issues with me. If what you say is true and father has issues with me, do you think he'd be more willing to take this course of action if he had the heir?"
Yes, because he's terrified the family will go to nowhere because of your because of your move to the clergy and my life choices.
Then I guess and he actually like stutters there himself, it's like, and he looks at Ganya and you don't wish to be his heir?
What he asks of me are things I cannot do. He wants to abandon you. And I can't let that happen.
And he sighs, and like his eyes are starting to glisten, and like then if father needs his heir, and like he reaches up and realizes he's not wearing his badge, and then just kind of like realizes the only symbol of the church he has is his sword, he just kind of drops the sword.
Hold on, let me get this straight. So your recommendation is that we put your father in charge of the city, and conveniently you're going to agree to be his heir. This seems a little self-serving.
Ouch!
Okay, Peter is filled with emotion right now, and he's going to ignore his disciplined character trait. He's going to attempt to punch Vitaly in the face.
Wow.
Holy shit.
All right. So,
Same team, Neil. I know, same team, and he's not trying to. He's not going to do it. It's not to hurt you. He's not trying to cause a wound. It's just he's venting.
It's been a rough day.
Yeah.
So what's your intent with that?
My intent is to just. It's not even a real
Disagree
intent.
with
It's just a maybe I guess if there was an intent to get him to stop saying to stop talking, basically not to have him basically accuse him of being self-serving.
Okay, so to shut him up, to stop him from talking, that's legit.
Okay.
So he's gonna try and punch you in the face. Neil, what's your intent? What do you want to happen here?
If I miss, I'd love to hit the beaver, but that's just a side note.
Well, honestly, I don't think you'd see it coming.
Okay, that's totally legit. That means there's no conflict here.
Yep.
Like, he call himself serving, he falls off and like, bam! It's not enough damage that it would actually.
No.
Like, it wouldn't do anything mechanical. It stings like a motherfucker.
Just not matching red marks.
And then like I
Even the same hand.
I get right up in your face and like I point to the sword and I say I am willing to forsake everything that I have ever known and loved to do what is right for this city. And then he just like turns and stalks out of the room.
No, as you're getting ready to stomp out of the room, I'm going to tackle you into the wall and get up in your face.
Okay, I'll take it. Do it. Do it.
Do you think you're the only one who's going to give things up? What Father's asking of me is to give up my brother, to give up the woman I love, to give up the life that I've chosen for myself, because there's no choices living under Cornelius Boyer. There's only submitting to his will.
And then so like he's like now openly weeping. He's like, then what do you want me to do, brother? Huh? What should I do to save the city?
I don't have an answer for you. But you remember that day on the field when you were training with a sword for the first time and Father brought me to watch. Father looked at me and he said, look at your brother. He is the strength of this family, and he is going to have to make the hard choices someday. He will be the one that you need to look up to. You need to ask yourself something. I've watched you cause Ganya's wounds to mend. I saw a riot happen for reasons I can't understand. I've struck down beings that I can't explain, horrors that I have no explanation for in all that I've seen. And you're just going to give this up? You're just going to step away from what you've devoted your life to for the last how many years? Because a man, our Father, asks you to. Why do we have to jump to his whim anymore?
And then like Peter like grabs you like on the shoulders like roughly, like not trying to hurt you. It's just like he just can't stop how hard he's squeezing. And then like you've probably never seen Peter do this, and he just starts falling to his knees and he's like, I don't know what to do, brother, and he just starts sobbing like a child.
Nicole just looked like he's got a face that's like the number of fucks I have to give right now is.
I go over to Peter and put his kneel down beside him and put my hand on his shoulder and. Well, then we pray for another option. We pray for an answer.
I don't have an answer for you, brother. I wish I did, because that would make this a lot easier. But we have to make some choices and fast. Or it's going to be a race between who kills us all first. The Ravani or the Lycan.
And then you hear on the door.
I'm not getting that.
Peter is probably too out of it to hear that. Hopefully Ganya remembers who was on their way.
Yeah, so I go downstairs and peek out the window.
Yeah, and it's Irena and I almost said Ilya.
Yuri.
Yeah, Yuri. Standing out. Yuri's got a large bag.
I usher them in quickly.
That he's
At the door.
kind of struggling with. Yeah, he kind of tosses it down on a pile of furs. You can hear the metal of the armor like clanking inside. And Irena steps in after it, kind of looks at everybody, and she's like, "Am I interrupting something?"
It's been a long day. A lot of things have come to light.
Were we upstairs when we were talking? I thought.
I figured we were.
We were. But I figure we just brought him upstairs anyway.
Yeah, it's not a huge place.
Okay, I will have struggled to my feet then, and he's He's not openly crying anymore, but he's not hiding the fact that that's exactly what he was just doing 2 seconds ago. He might be wiping snot off his face, but yeah.
Yeah, and Yuri's like, I brought your armor, my lord.
And I clap him on the shoulder, and I don't say anything. I just kind of clap him on the shoulder and smile at him.
He's like, if it's for what it's worth, I don't believe what they say about you.
That's worth surprisingly quite a bit, Yuri. Thank you.
You're a good kid, Yuri. I'm sorry you had to be dragged into all of this.
Yeah, and he's just, Ren is like, so what are we doing? What's the plan?
Well, is there anyone else in the city with great power other than the Dukes or the Lycaeum?
Well,
And I just, yeah.
of course, there's the church. If you can convince the canon to not sit back and let the city tear itself apart.
Well then, gentlemen, if you don't think that Duke Boyer will help us, then we might have to arrange a meeting with the canon.
That kind of seems like the only option at this point. The
Although
only
I would like to question Mr. Boyer about a few things. But that could wait.
the church seems to be the only source of power that isn't completely tainted left in this town.
At that, Peter kind of he doesn't say anything, but he kind of looks down at the floor for a second.
And I go down and pick up his sword and give it to him, like, hey, I think you dropped something. So, Arena, do you think you can get the canon out of the church?
If we're going to speak with the canon, we could probably go. I think in this case it'd be okay if we actually go into the church.
I don't think it would be a problem getting you an audience.
Okay. Then I think
he from what I've heard and Yuri kind of steps up. He Lord, he's refusing to let the order take part in these goings on.
Well, he must be he must realize, be made aware exactly what problems are out there, and that the best thing for the church would be to help protect its faithful. I will go with you, that Ganyan, plead that to him.
It sounds
Okay,
like we have a number of different directions to go. Let's all get some sleep and discuss it when we're more well rested.
Do you think it's safe to sleep here tonight?
I think we'll be fine. If not, we can always go to the carnival.
I trust your judgment on this, Nico.
I don't think anyone's going to be finding out where you went tonight, but you've been seen with me, Peter.
Actually, can we wrap it up there?
That's
Yeah, I'm thinking that's good because
Yep.
One last thing, real quick before we all go to bed, like Peter goes up to Nico and just like grabs him and just like pulls him into like this big bear hug, and like pulls him back, and he kind of slaps you on the cheek a little bit with that brotherly grin and says, "I didn't think you had it in you, Nico, but you helped protect my faith better than I could there. Thank you."
Little Brothers 4. It's something that means a lot to you. I may not understand it, but I can appreciate the value you place.
Nice.
all right. Shall we wrap it up here?
I think so.
I think so, because it's late. Holy shit.
I love you, Neil. I'm sorry I punched your character in the face. I really am. I don't.
No,
I'm just so used to the burning wheel. Like that's how you play like that fast and heavy. That if no one's used to it, I might come across as an asshole. And I don't want to come across as an asshole. So.
no, it works perfectly in the fiction. That's why I was like, he doesn't even see it coming. He just takes it.
Okay.
Although it's ironic that now probably the most trustworthy, honest person in the whole group, Vitelli trusts the least.
I know, right?
That was kind of. I was like, why would he say that? I was like, oh yeah, he doesn't really know me that well yet. Holy crap. Okay.
Irony. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking for steel tests.
What page are you on?
Bloodshed and gore. Haley and Matt both log ob 3 steel tests.
What page are you on?
Oh.
364.
That doesn't do me any good, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Hang on. There's another one I was gonna say. Does this count as the presence of demons or angels?
Oh. No.
Does it count? Does it count as encountering intelligent, sentient, non-humanoid, monstrous creatures?
Encountering anthropomorphic monsters. Up 4.
God damn, that doesn't do anything for me either. I think. Hang on.
I'm trying to see if there's anything that counts for Neil or Sam.
I don't think so, dude. I don't think you.
No. Oh, sorry. There's a grief test that's like when you get like legit betrayed by somebody, you get a grief test if you're an elf. Okay. So, moving on to Arda. I will start with Haley. Beliefs, instincts, traits.
Nope.
Nothing.
What are your beliefs?
Find out how Sokolov is connected to the nobles and why they support him. Well, actually, I guess through other people's stories. I don't know. Did Nico tell us about who Sokolov's brother is?
Not yet.
That will definitely come up next session, though.
Yeah.
Find more evidence that the headmaster of the light game is corrupting his students and used against him. Haven't done that yet.
I think the fact that there were more demon things and clearly sorcerers coming in and attacking. That's pretty. Well, I guess it's not really using it against him.
No, I haven't used it against him. Like, it's obvious that he's corrupting people.
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to really investigate the other Lycaeum graduates.
Okay. Yeah, I think those for next time, your beliefs might need some refocusing.
Oh yeah, I plan on it.
Okay, cool. Which is totally fine. Okay, any of your instincts get you into trouble?
Nope.
Nope. Any of your traits get things in?
Not really, no. It's mostly just defensive.
I was gonna say, you could have played up that extremely respectful of one's betters with your sister. That would have been awesome.
Yeah,
Choose to lose the duel of wits immediately and just go with her?
No, that's fine that you didn't. Cool. Matt.
Rabinov is not fit to rule our city with demons whispering in his ear. I will convince Nico to join father in putting a better family in charge.
I think fate, but that may. I don't know if that's changed for you or not.
If I change it, though, it's not gonna. If I change, I'm still not sure if I want to change it or not yet. We'll see. I will learn why the cannon withdrew forces from the riot when people needed the church's aid. Which I started to talk to Irena about, but I didn't really find out much about it yet.
Right.
But we did plan at the end to go talk to him, but that's just planning. That's not doing. I am the sword of flaming justice that fells the darkness and drives corruption from our world.
Fate.
And last but not least, I am sworn to protect those gifted who have been touched by the Triad.
Yep.
Instinct. Never turn away from those in need. Work on regaining my agility for an hour each morning. Always place myself between allies and danger. It didn't really put the story in a different direction though. So I'm fine with not getting anything for that.
Okay. Yeah.
Traits. Disciplined. Rose-tinted glasses. I don't believe our father would do that. Overly familiar, and open and honest.
You played that one about your dad, like.
But I think that's more. That's just playing to it. That hasn't yet.
Like turn things into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I walk up to the house and he goes, "Okay, you're going back to the jail," then yeah, I know that's got me in trouble. Okay, they're my bits.
Okay. Neil.
All right. Belief, I will learn my stepmother's intentions in sending me to the Lycaeum.
Boom!
That sounds like Persona to me.
Oh, that is complete. She wants to use you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
She wants to sell your soul to somebody else for political favor.
Imagine that. All right.
Vitelli, going to Vitelli, it's not a big difference now.
And let's see, instinct, when a fight breaks out, I look for cover, never really happened. The other two of my beliefs I didn't get anywhere near.
Okay.
And then as far as traits, the only
What are
one
your
that...
character traits?
My character traits, the only one that really came into play, I think, was cynical.
That was fantastic, because you got punched.
Yeah.
Getting punched in the face.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think that definitely fate for that.
And I think that's it.
Awesome. And Sam?
All right. I did nothing to do with soothing old Silas of his horribly embarrassing sister. Peter's been imprisoned. I cannot let this stand. I will free my brother by whatever means necessary. I didn't have to do anything, but by God, he's free. So
Did you summon those demons, eh?
I was gonna say I would say fate, because you were like I saw that you were angling to get your dad to be like, no, like let's go to let him out.
Yeah.
It was just your dad wasn't hearing any of your shit.
You're very kind. I will take it. And then picking a fight with my dad. I did that just not on the topic of mom, or the arranged marriage. I guess I didn't pick that particular fight because there's so many with Cornelius Blair.
That is true.
Instincts.
Well, it was like I was hitting it. He was gonna hit you. Like he would totally arrange you another marriage. That's all right.
And I tried to discuss it, but he was being a douche.
I loved it because from the outside, like, you guys were both, like, starting with reasonable arguments, and then one of you would say something that clearly upset the other, and then it would literally devolve into, like, nonsense on both sides. It was so good to watch.
So, instincts, I don't think I pinged any of them. To be honest, I mean, I tried to treat servants with respect, so I tried to play it up, but it didn't get me in trouble. In terms of traits, I think loner is what really set me off.
I was waiting for you when you said loner. I was waiting for you to be like, fine, I am done with this family, and like walked out completely, like cutting yourself off from the family.
The whole thing with loner, like my motivation, I think, in playing that up was like, listen, I have to be self-sufficient. That's why I'm not just saying, yes, Dad, I'll be a good soldier. And it was like, this is the piece of like background of like, you wanted us to be independent. You wanted us to be noblemen and to lead a family, and now you just want us to be good little fucking soldiers. You can't tell us two different things to do. I don't know if that plays up loner or not. My gut feel would be no.
No. Like refusing help, like that feels like loner to me. I can do this. Okay.
That's my bits.
That's your bits. All right. Humor. For an in-character game stopper, not a whole lot of funny this session.
Yeah, no, it was pretty much all serious.
Oh, serious business. Right skill, right time for having this skill to make the story go. I don't think anybody used any weird skills.
I rolled dice. I had boxing, I dinged it.
You
like
did.
A push to the face.
You know what? I will give it to you. Wait, did you actually... no, you lost.
I lost, yeah.
You
I got
lost.
punched in the face.
Yeah.
I know how to box half-assed, and I like, block low. Oh, he hit me in the face. That was great.
Mask came in pretty handy.
Yeah.
Mask did come in pretty handy. It's not quite as handy as Magic Whistle. Like,
No, that was
that was so good.
that was some creative ass shit right there. Like, all right. Embodiment for really good or distinctive role playing. Can anybody point? Like, does anybody want to nominate anybody for doing awesome?
Nicodemus.
Yeah, I'd say his arguing with his father was pretty entertaining.
That was pretty epic, yeah.
Good.
Persona for that.
Thank you.
Go embodiment.
I also think because of our argument too at the end, well, not argument, but like that brotherly session of whatever it was.
Yeah, that got rough. Emotionally rough.
So it hurts so good. What's it? Who's the guy that all the games have horrible choices in them?
Luke Crane?
Morningstar? Jason Morningstar? Is that his?
Yeah.
I'm in a Morningstar game. All right. I would like to nominate Peter for that as well, if that's okay with everybody.
I think it definitely, like, this was a very narrative heavy session. There was I threw dice once.
I also want to nominate Ganya because of the argument with her sister too. You know.
Yeah, that was
I
pretty.
almost think everyone should get one because it was kind of awesome.
It was good. I tried to think individual like specific specificness.
I really did like Vitaly like accusing me. Like it was just a little moment, but like we've kind of seen, and we've seen enough of him now. We've seen that like, yeah, he hides during a fight, like a violent fight, but he doesn't take shit, and like
He's sassy.
he's kind of if he doesn't have the skill Ugly Truth, he will get it and get it high by the end of this campaign. So
That is true. Yeah, I can agree with that. Persona for that. All right. Nobody got Moldbreaker, I don't think.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Nico saved me from getting Moldbreaker.
Just say you saved Peter from getting Moldbreaker. Congratulations. Denier of Arda.
Bastard.
Workhorse for doing all the work for the scenario. I would nominate Ganya.
Yeah.
Me? Really?
Hey, imps, what's up? Shards in the face.
Sharding imps help. I mean, you help out with that. You had the big argument with your sister.
That's true.
Yeah. I would give you MVP. Like, I would nominate you for MVP if you had won that. But nobody really won. So now she's just following you around.
Yeah.
And in danger. I mean, because as long as she's around you guys, she's in danger.
Pretty much.
So,
I support that vote. I'm totally okay with that.
that being said, so Persona for Workhorse, for Haley, MVP for being the crucial element of success.
There wasn't a lot of success going on this session.
Yeah, there was a lot of getting our asses handed to us. Like, who got their ass handed to them in the most interesting way, but that's not MVP.
That is.
I didn't fail a single roll.
You did not fail a single roll.
No. He found out that they're coming back. Though I think we should vote Vitaly for this because he found out. I mean, it's not going to hit us yet, but it's going to be a major part of the campaign eventually when this war comes and they're gonna have help from the Lycaeum and your mother wanting to rip your heart out of your chest to give it to him so he has magic.
That's bummer, man.
That is a total bummer.
Wow, your mom does not like you.
Yeah, she's just a stepmother. It's okay.
Yeah, well, I get why. But
It's okay. There's a very Oliver Queen solution to that problem.
Evil stepmother. I think you've been watching a lot of Archer recently, Sam.
Me?
You mean Arrow?
Yeah, you mean Arrow?
I mean, Arrow, yeah.
There's a very Oliver Queen solution to this. I'm just saying.
All right. So yes, MVP is worth Persona. No deeds yet.
What? We don't get one 2 sessions after we got the last one?
Sessions in? No. So between now and next week, think about what you guys want to, like, what direction you guys kind of want to head in, and think about beliefs.
I
And
need to ask you a quick question, sir.
yes,
Does anything happen to a light wound if it's left untreated?
you make a health test, and light wounds go away pretty quick.
Yeah.
It pretty much takes like a night of rest, and you.
And you're
So my foot will be better. Do I have to make a health test still then?
a health test. If you pass, it is gone immediately after the combat that it was taken. If you fail, it lasts like an amount of time afterwards.
All right, so Sean, I have it on my character sheet as a reminder, but first thing when we come back, I need to make a health roll for my foot then.
Just do it now. It's fine. We should have done it during the session. Just do it now, and it's not like it was super relevant, but you should have done it.
My health is not affected by.
Not affected by it.
No, otherwise it would be the most basically it would become Torchbearer.
What is the ob for a light wound?
It's like an ob 2. Like it's.
Okay, I got 2 there.
Yeah, light wounds are ob 2. If successful, pain fades immediately. If failed, it remains for 24 hours minus your cortex bone.
Yeah.
So it would have been okay. So it's gone then.
Yeah.
Hey,
Cool. So that's that. I will see you guys all next week. And in the
all
meantime,
right, have a good one.
Okay, have a good night.
Bye bye. Bye bye.